Big up everybody. Hope you're all well, guys. Massive respect. Bumblebee, if you're in the chat, as soon as remind me, yeah, because I've just had fucking bare people um ring me, message me, hassle me. Right. So I don't mean anyone who's in here, by the way, or who was in here. No one on YouTube, by the way. Don't take like I think it's anyone to do with you that have been hassling me. But yeah, I'll email you as soon as I've ended this live. Remind me. Just give me 1 minute. I just need to fucking fix myself a fucking smoke. Come on, here then. Big up ATL. Good to see you, mate. Big up Titan all day long. How you doing, ATL, brother? Big respect, mate. Yeah, so remind me to email Bumblebee, guys. Or if you're listening, Bumblebee, remind me to email you. Yo, Arkash. Big up, Arkash. How you doing, my mate? Big respect, brother. So yeah, we'll wait for a few people to jump in. I'm going to drop the panel link straight away because, well, I'm just going to make myself a bong on that first. Big up, Alex. Good to see you, mate. I'm just going to make a bong on that. I'll drop the link. And people who maybe you was confused a bit about what was going on, then big up, Bumblebee. I'm just mentioning you then. Remind me to email you, Bumblebees, 'cause I've just been hammered once I just got off Tyson's premiere then. And my brother was here. He's left now, so all good. Yeah, man. So yeah, people might have been a bit confused, so they're welcome to jump up. Yeah, no worries, Bumblebee. No worries. You're welcome to jump up and talk about it. If you want to know a bit more info. I think Mr. Meatball's on the right wavelength though. But then I'm on your Facebook page. Yeah, no worries. Are you all right? Are you actually here on the Blackburn one? Blackburn's World. Yeah, no worries. Nice one. So yeah, if Mr. Meatball's in the chat, he wanted to know about stop bloody jumping up and down. An alleyway, what was mentioned. It was a bit dodgy, innit? One sec, guys. Well, I say 1 sec, I'm gonna be more than 1 sec, actually. What are you crying for? You've just been out, you've been fed. You've been out, been fed. What more do you fucking want? That's not the sound of a grinder, guys. Right, give me 1 minute, I'm just gonna mute myself. Yeah, good shout, Bumblebee. I'll do that. Good shout. Oh shit. I'm supposed to mute myself. That's not the sound of the grounder again. Right. I've done. Sorted. And Paul C wasn't happy as well. Big up Paul C all day long. Right, I've got to say this now. Yeah. Cop watcher, if you're listening, mate. No malice, no beef, no nothing, yeah. Just give everyone a little rundown on the video you're talking about. A few people didn't see it yet. Yeah, no worries. I will do. What was I going to say? And then you threw me. Cop watcher, that was it. No malice, no nothing. Big up our never conform. Yeah. No beef, like I said. Fucking call it quits, whatever. Yeah, if you don't like me, I don't, everyone knows I don't like you. So, you know what I mean? We'll agree to disagree or whatever. Big up OG Miss Emma. But I've got to say this, yeah. You was fair to start off with, right? You was fair to start off with, but some of the shit you said afterwards was fucking pants. It weren't good, man. I don't agree with it whatsoever, mate. When you were saying we need to get together, I need to give you a call and all that shit, like come on, man. But what does everyone else think in the chat? Does everyone think that the guy, just off what you've heard, out of his own mouth, this isn't fucking YouTube police either, before people start coming in saying, oh, YouTube police and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. It's out of his own mouth. Yeah. What do people think? Do you think he deserves a chance, guys? What? Let me know in the chat. Does everyone think he deserves a chance? So yeah, big up I Will Never Conform. Big up OG Miss Emma all day long. Much love to you. Titan, big up Titan. So yeah, big up everybody in the chat. Right, so the video in regards, it started off, right, that there was a mention of a list of a register, right? Detective Constable Gypsy. Big up Detective Constable Gypsy all day long. The credit goes to him. Big up Chris. Good to see you, Chris, brother. And the credit goes to Detective Constable Gypsy. Just basically, I'm going to say this, Detective Constable Gypsy knew nothing. He knew nothing, right? And he basically winged it. Like, not winged it, should I say. He called his bluff, right? And something along them lines. And he got it out of him. He's literally admitted it himself that he'd done something with a girl. And he couldn't be put on the register because it was 15. Or it was 15 years ago, or something along them lines. So, obviously, Detective Constable Gypsy started grilling him and that. And yeah, that's where it's come from. And it's also to do with an alleyway. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to say too much, right? Because that's why I want to interview him. I don't want to say too much on here. This is why I'm like keeping it. I've got some of these questions, some of these things I'm talking, like some I'm mentioning now is probably questions that I want to ask him. So I don't want to say too much. He was 15 and 15 years ago. Yeah. Big up Mr. Meatball. Big up Mrs. Meatball all day long. Sorry, but if the words he was guilty came out of his mouth, he is guilty. Therefore, because of that, he was guilty of then. No, exactly, Mrs. Meatball. If we are not, and this isn't right before you, because no doubt you're watching, right? I'm only going to mention your name once, but this isn't nothing to do with you. Yeah, I'm going to swing well away from it. But if people are all backing no more lies, yeah, and saying he was found fucking not guilty in court, right? There you go. Says it all. That's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to say. That's all I've got to fucking say about the cunt. Yeah? You never say anything wrong, Miss Emma. Don't you worry. You can say whatever you want in here. Whatever you want in here. Mr. Meatball, sorry, brother. Big up Mr. Meatball. If he was found guilty, there is no paperwork that will prove his innocence. Exactly that. You're right there, mate. There is no paperwork. I'll get to you in a step. I will never conform, my brother. Sorry, what is it? Oh yeah, I read that already. He seemed a bit simple, same as Coco. Obviously, no excuse, but he's bang to right, surely. Yeah, and I will never conform. Yeah, does say it how it is. I'm not, you know what I mean. He'll say it how he sees it. If he's seen it as the other way, no doubt he'd say it the other way. A lot of yous would, not just I will never conform. A lot of yous would. Right, let me have a bong, and I'm going to drop the link soon. Big up, Ant, all day long, mate. Good to see you, brother. Mickey Mouse is in the house. I always do that and ends up bloody rhyming. Big up, Mickey Mouse. Good to see you, mate. With normal lies, it was his behaviour. Yeah. That's the thing. But I don't. This isn't nothing to do with him tonight. This is honestly, and I'm saying this. I'll completely say it. It's nothing. I don't want to talk about that person. Definitely not. But I was just using that as an example. I should have basically maybe used anyone as an example, really. If someone's found fucking not guilty in court, I should have said someone, really, shouldn't I? That's what I should have done. In the fucking police outside, right? Oh no, ambulance, but it's going past. I should have said anyone really, shouldn't I? So I do apologise on that part. If anyone's found not guilty in court, yeah, then it's the same as being found guilty, isn't it? If people want to go down that route. Great Talents Titan said. Yeah, it is. You're bang on though. You are right what you're saying. Morningstar Media, big up Morningstar Media. Good to see him. Massive respect. Hope you're well in that. Give me 1 second. I will drop the link, guys. Big up Tosh. Big up Tosh. All I've got to say, right? I've got to big up a few people though. I've got to big up Ratman. Yeah. I've got to big up Titan, obviously. I'm going to big up everyone who comes in, don't get me wrong. But I've also got to big up Ron, if he's watching. Yeah, big up Ron and big up Ratman. All day long. Graham Mark, big respect, Graham. Good to see you, brother. Shit's going down here, you know. That's an ambulance, and now cop car. Something's fucking going down. Something's going down, guys. Sorry, Mickey Mouse 123 had a hard couple of days, but was trying. Mrs. Meatball 100% agree. Right, my opinions. Oh, bloody, sorry, Chris. Since watching Auditing, how many serial paedophiles have we heard of walking free because the system is fucked? Yeah, you're right there, mate. How many times has that fucking Feely dude been sent to different areas, guys? You know who I'm on about, yeah? And I know it's completely, maybe it's not off the subject, but it's a completely different person I'm on about. You know what I mean? How many times has that fucking Mark fucking, is it Mark Feely? You know what I mean? Get the fucking, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Why do they get an easy sentence? Get out the live audit. They've fucking flown past Titan. I'm not running after them, mate. I'm not running after them. But I'm gonna drop this link now. Drop this link. Who is that then? Purple Aki's in the house. Purple Aki in. I didn't see him. Purple Aki. How long is the rain? Rosie's things. Hey, Rosie. Good to see you, Rosie. How long has the Ryan guy been about on YouTube? Not long. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Chat. Pick up Purple Aki. Yeah. I get you. Yeah. I get you. I get you, Ant. I'm on it, bro. He's not been on long, right? But he started off at Gypsy, through Gypsy Auditor sort of thing. But I just want to know also, like, I don't want to be dissing Cop either in any sort of way, like, because, like I say, we've passed that. It's fucking over and done with. But I just think, in a way, Cop is trying to protect a person that's openly admitted what he said, what he's done. There he is. I see Aki now. I see it. Big up Purple Aki's there in chat. Thought you meant Purple Aki. No. But Purple Aki, I knew he'd fucking turn up. I knew he'd turn up. Well, let me just smoke this. Anyone's welcome, guys. Even Cop Watcher. You're welcome, mate. If you want to come on. Hi, Leah. Whom is being discussed just came in. Pod, what's his called? Pod Point Audits. It's funny, Blackman, every time you say his name, he turns up. I know, Titan. Every fucking time. Every time. I think he's watching all the time, me. Every frigging time. It was down to DC Gypsy. Great work. Yeah, it was. It was Tosh, mate. You're right there. Yeah, Leah. I think you know who we were on about then in regards to big up Alan. Son. Yeah. Big up all day long. Cock knocker, lol. And that's funny as well, actually, because as soon as I was talking about cop, I'm going to say cop. Yeah, it'll be nice tonight. I was talking about cop watcher. More shit's going past, guys. And that's just where the fuck are these going to go. It didn't seem like they went far then. I forgot what we were talking about then now. Yeah, that was it. And then when I was talking about Cop Watcher last night, fucking Alan turned up and now I was mentioned it again and Alan's here again. Give me one sec. One sec, guys. Did I drop the link then? Sure I did. Sure I did. But yeah, Cop Watcher, you're allowed up if you want, mate. Like I say, you was at first. You was at first, yeah. I've got to admit that you was at first fucking like well against it. You was saying the right things, bro. You was saying the right things. You were pulling it off. Yeah, but I've still got to be true to myself. Yeah, it did seem like a Coco Savage moment, and you have now, yeah, blocked him on your channel. You said on that video or whatever you said, but I remember you fucking protecting that little fucker. I do. I do remember you fucking protecting him. You had him on your panel and that a lot. You fucking did. I don't care what anyone says. You was on. You was there. He was there, mate. Miss Emma, similar to what happened a few weeks ago back on those. If so, he's trying to take your power away to have a hold on you. Stay strong and keep fighting back. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Man, I didn't know we were getting censored. Didn't know we were getting censored. Liam, my help with and dehydrate, sorry. So tired of it all. Sick, man. Shit, man. Yeah, man. I know it's annoying, isn't it? I get that, but let's try not to talk about that fucking subject because you'll know what'll happen. He'll think he's being bullied, right? But I think that's a bit of narcissistic bullying going on or something. Maybe he thinks I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Big up, Al. Big up, Al Thorpe all day long. Good to see you, Al Thorpe, mate. Big respect to you. Yeah, no worries, Miss Emma. I just don't want to speak about him. You know what I mean? Want you to relax in here. You know what I mean? In here, he's getting fucking splatted by any one of you. Any one of you is allowed to splat him without worrying about your mods. Seriously, you're all allowed. Alan, did I mod you up? Can't know if I modded you up, but I modded a few people. I just can't know if I modded you, mate. Cop Watcher wishes he could find a way of making what bad point audits did accepted in the community. But suspected that, unfortunately. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Tosh. Very, very Cop Watcher wishes he could find a way of making what bad. He said it as well. He said he wished he never said anything. That's what he turned around and said. So what do you, Cop Watcher, this isn't having a dig at you either, but what do you mean by that? You wish that he never said anything. So do you wish that he just kept it a secret and we had a dirty little wrong'un amongst us? You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it like amongst us and like, you know what I mean? Like stupidly. But do you understand what I mean by that? Big up the Bud Files. Good to see the Bud Files. Blackburn's World. How was this guy found out? Dropped himself in it. Alan isn't blue. No worries. I'll make sure of it next time, Alan. Sorry, brother. I will never conform. Dropped himself in it to DC Constable Gypsy. What's Detective Constable Gypsy? I'm talking shit there. That's what I think anyway. Big up the Nutter channel all day long. Big up the Nutter channel. That's what I'd like to know, because it's not. If someone come to me, right, and I was supporting them. Sorry. So if I was supporting someone, and all of a sudden it come out of their mouth what he'd done, yeah, I'd be fair enough. He did go on the panel, but I'd be straight on there telling him, "Get to fuck, you dirty little rat." The fucking hell, you know what I'm saying? I won't be saying, "I wish you never said anything." Not that. It's the one way to fucking not say. It just makes you look bad, bro. People are fucked up. Just be honest with yourselves. That's the way to do it, I think. A minute. You've noticed that one of your. Give me 1 second. Oh no, I'm not even going to that yet. Can't be asked. Can't be asked. Yo, I'm here. Big up, Mama Milo. Good to see you, Mama Milo. Hope you're well. I don't know what anyone else thinks. Does anyone else want to come up, give your opinion on this? You're more than welcome. I know maybe your opinions are not going to be very nice. Not nice, but I mean, they would be. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be horrible, but opinion's an opinion, innit? Opinions are like assholes. They've all got one. I am going back as well. Don't want to cause shit. Oh no, Miss Emma, don't go. You're welcome to stay. Definitely, Miss Emma. You're welcome to stay. And I don't mean when I said I don't want to talk about it. I don't think I'm talking to you. You can honestly talk about what you want. So honestly, talk about what you want. You're not causing nothing, Miss Emma. You can stay in here, no matter what. Like I said, feel comfortable in here, Miss Emma. Yeah. It'll get splattered in anywhere else. 1 second, make sure I've not missed anyone else. I'd say well done for telling everyone out your own mouth then. Fuck off. Yeah, exactly. That's it, Mrs. Meatball. Well said. Right, if I'm right, if I'm the right person to come on, might get you in trouble. Maybe so, Chris. Maybe so, brother. But it's all right. I don't mind. But yeah, Miss Emma, please don't go. Honestly, this is the channel where you are. I'm not saying you're welcome in other channels. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean. But you are welcome in this channel, and you can feel comfortable in this fucking channel. Sorry, after sparking YouTube, the sound feels shit. So, no. Don't worry. Don't you worry. What that? Don't you worry. I'm not bothered. People can come in and they'll get splattered. Get splattered if they say anything bad. Don't worry. You're fine. Go on, Chris. We'll panel invade him, hold him hostage. You're allowed up. I've told you this. You're allowed up, for fuck's sake. Anyone can come up. Yeah? It's your 40th fucking. No, it's not your 40th anymore. Well, your 50th, should I say. It's not your 50th anymore. It's happy birthday, BBA. If you're listening, happy birthday, BBA. All day long. It's now Mr. BBA's birthday, guys. So it's Mr. BBA's birthday, and it's his 40th. It was Mr. Meatball's birthday yesterday, and it was his 50th. Got to get used to getting up there if you're going to run your quizzes, etc. Chris, Miss Emma, nobody better say anything bad to you while I am here. Go on, Tosh. Go on, Tosh, lad. But yeah, Miss Emma, don't you worry. What happened on there is irrelevant, and I don't mean that nastily to YouTube Asylum or Sparky, because I like them both. Yeah, but what happened on there is irrelevant. This is completely new. You know what I'm saying? You're in no bottom world. It was not my 50th. Or was it not your 50th? Sorry, 49th. 49th, guys. It wasn't his 50th. I do apologise. BBA is going to give you a quick, swift kick for saying he's 40, Matt. Do you know what? I have different banter with BBA though, and he knows this, and I don't take it too far with him. You know what I mean. And when he's eating, I'll be like, "Fucking food in your mouth again." But when he drops his link, I'll be like, "Fucking doing a gypsy, are you?" But he's not. He never does. It's just something I fucking say, like, you know what I mean. But yeah, he's it's different. But he probably will though, Leah. You're probably right. You don't need to apologise to me. It's not exactly. Definitely not. Just feel comfortable in it. Sorry, I missed someone who come in then. Did I miss someone? Donald Trump. Big up Donald Trump. How you doing, mate? Michael May's in the chat as well. Big up Michael May. Good to see you, brother. How's Buster? He's all right, mate. He's on couch with Diesel, sleeping. Yeah, happy birthday, BBA, all day long. BBA and sliders and socks. See, right, what do you think, guys? Sliders and socks, yes or no? I'm not going to do one or two. It's easier, yes or no. You can put Y and N instead of writing the whole fucking word or whatever. What do you think? Sliders with socks? Because I have fucking sliders with socks. I don't want to show my feet to the world. Okay, hell. I'll get done for scaring people. No to sliders and socks. Yes. Titan says yes. Good lad, Titan. Good lad. That's why you're my manager, Titan. No to sliders and socks. Morning, Mr. Media said no. OG Miss Emma, no. Nope, unless you're potting around house. No to sliders and socks. Yeah, it ain't all about toes out on shore. Exactly, Titan. Exactly, bro. Why do you want to get your tootsies out and that? I gave a very detailed explanation of Sparky's comment section, Matt. I gave a very detailed explanation of Sparky's. Did you? I'm going to have a look at that. I'm going to have to give a look at that. You know, like I say, Sparky knows I love Sparky, right? And Sparky says it how it is, right? And I've also got to say it how it is. Yeah. I can say this because you know what I mean. I am going to because I like Sparky's honesty and he's going to get my honesty all the way through. I don't think. I'm not saying I do, yeah, but I don't think you know much about domestic violence to say whether someone is guilty of it or not, even whether it's been through a court or not. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Like I say, I love Sparky. He's a good guy. He's one of my fucking best on here. But I've got to say that I really do. You know, people are probably still going through shit now. You know what I mean? Sliders and white socks. Yeah, no white socks. Don't wear white socks. Don't wear white socks. Sorry, love Sparky, but he was disgusting about me. I'm shocked. Yeah, I get that. I get that, Miss Emma. But he's pissed off, isn't he? He's for one, he's not well, and I don't mean that fucking any other way, any other stupidly way. I mean he's not well, as in don't feel good. Right. He's only just getting back to health and that. He's been hearing fucking shit. He's been wanting to have his say and that. Donald Trump, unfortunately, not mate. Unfortunately, not mate. If Titan can drop the link of the, I know you are, Miss Emma. I get you. If Titan can drop the link of the guy, the pod, fucking, I forget his name now. Whatever his name is. Pod Point Audits. And you can have a quick watch of his, he doesn't want to do it tomorrow video. What's this? Domestic violence is gone by both genders, and people should remember that too. Is done by 100%. I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you, Chris. It is, and I've got to say, I think I've said this. Too much male domestic violence goes unreported, bro. Too many males. Yeah, that's what I told you about that Dave Edwards, if you remember, my old solicitor who got killed by his wife. Yeah, and he went to bed with a stab wound because he didn't want to get his wife in trouble because he loved her. Went to bed with a stab wound. Yeah, and died. You know what I'm saying? Too many fucking blokes, yeah, do not report it because it's moral. It's not morals. It's pride, isn't it? Man pride sort of thing. You don't want to go into a place and say, and I don't mean this sexist in any sort of way, guys. Yeah, but you don't want to go into a place saying a woman's beat you up. Do you know what I mean? One second. Let's. My socks standing there on. Yeah. Get that. Cheers, Titan, mate. Cheers, brother. Respect, Smee. Good to see you, my mate. All day long. Big up, brother. Been working. Yeah, no worries, brother. Good time to join, innit? Not been long that live. Not been live that long, Smee. What happened to Donald? He asked a question and he got blocked. Has Donald Trump been blocked? Don't block Donald Trump. Come on. I can see him. I can see Donald Trump. But when you have a rogue mod. Do I now? I've sorted it. Have you sorted the rogue mod, though? Who's the rogue mod? Who's timing out fucking Donald Trump? Blackburn. Christopher Sutton. Christopher Sutton. Christopher Sutton's my mate. Or accident. He might have done it by accident. He's probably watching. He's at work. Donald was unblocked. Chris, are you watching? Send me a message on Messenger if you're watching, Chris, and you've done it by accident. Because I can't see Chris in the chat. I know he blocked Donald and hid you from channel. Yeah. Donald was unblocked. Yeah, but I don't know if he's done it. Christopher Sutton's my mate. That's the thing. So, yeah, I've seen enough. 1 second. Give me 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back with you. I'll be back. I can. Well, I hope you can hear me. Yeah. What the fuck, man? Chris, what you doing? What are you fucking hiding people for? You crackpot. As soon as Donald over here, you guys are welcome to him as PM. Haha. No, you're all right. A mod might have changed their name and blocked him. Chris had just come in chat and say that he's done it by accident, though, to be fair. If Chris has done it. Right, give me 1 minute. I'm going to fucking mod him up anyway. I'll be back with you. If it knocks me off, I shouldn't have said that. If it kicks me out or whatever, just give me 1 sec. Knocks me off. It knocks me off. You stupid idiot. I don't know if you can hear me, but Christopher Sutton, I don't get that, mate. What are you doing, Chris? I don't block people on here. Yeah, especially when he's only asked a fucking question as well. I hope it was a fucking mistake, Chris. Right, I'm back. Why is the interview not going ahead, mate? Because he wants paperwork, Tosh. He wants some paperwork, but no paperwork. Like someone, I can't remember who said it in the chat. No paperwork is gonna solve this, is it? To be fair, it says blocked by Christopher Sutton, but could not have been a mistake. But could have been a mistake. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He does watch this, you know. Mayhem and Miracles. Good to see you, Mayhem and Miracles. I hope fucking I hope blocked. Sorry, I didn't mean blocked them, Mayhem and Miracles. I hope I managed to mod you because I hope you don't get fucking blocked. I did try and mod people yesterday. Lady Linda. Linda's in the chat. I know it's Lady Flatcapper, but good to see you, Linda, all day long. Hope you're well, Linda. Much love and that. Not seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Big up, Lady Linda. Everyone welcome Lady Linda. Well, it's not Lady Linda, but you know, it is to me. Titan, it shouldn't take a week, mate. At the end of the day, the rumours and chatting will. You can go online and get it in seconds. You can go online and get it in seconds. Was it 50p Titan or a quid? Something like that. Did I mod you, Mayhem and Miracles? Yeah. Did I manage to? I don't know if I did. Hopefully I did. This is what I don't understand. If he admitted he was guilty, then surely he was found guilty, so no paperwork would prove otherwise. Exactly. Mrs. Meatball has hit it the fucking nail right on the head. Not modded, for fuck's sake. Stupid Anna. Right, give me 1 sec. Let me try again. Let me try that. Fucking silly. Friggin' idiot, me. Give me 1 second, guys. Yet. Right. I think we're there now. I think we're there. Right. We should be there now. Good night, Miss Emma. I did see you. Good night, Miss Emma. Take care and that. Who've we got? Mr. Meatball. Right. I'm just going to. It looks different, that picture, for some reason. Backstage. Mrs. Meatball. Is that Mr. Meatball trying to get on? I know, because I don't usually put my banner up for Mr. Meatball, but it just looks different picture for some reason. Don't know why. But, yeah, take care, Miss Emma. You don't have to thank me for anything, honestly. 1 second. Yeah. Sound. Got you, mate. Got you, mate. Got you, my brother. Yo.
Hey up, twat bag.
How you doing, bro? You good?
You shit at this modding up block, aren't you? Everyone tonight you've thought it's got a spanner, hasn't?
I thought I modded. I don't know who I modded last night then, because I modded about 3 people, bro.
And probably people who've got no idea of who they are now.
No, I know, but I've got to fucking mod them anyway, because I don't want people getting timed out, bro. I know you're muting yourself because of shouting, so don't worry, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid cat in the background. It loves annoying me, man. Normally, it'll chill upstairs where its owner is, but tonight it wants to follow me down here and sit meowing behind me.
Oh, Mayhem hasn't got a spanner. Oh, she has now. Exactly. Cat. I love cats. Me. I don't. To be fair, I like any animals, honestly. But a cat wouldn't be very welcome in here at the minute, but with these two in here.
It's not that I don't like them, but you know, pain in the ass this one is. It's because the eldest babied it. She carries it around like a baby, so the minute she goes bad, it just wanders around the house meowing like
lost fucking soul.
Yeah. It's like, go kill bed or something if you're that desperate, see you.
Big up, Mrs. J. Good to see you, Mrs. J. Mr. Meatball, you was mentioning, on the Titans video, something to do with the alleyway, and that was what was it mentioned proper? What was he saying? It happened in an alleyway. Did he say?
I think he did. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and watch it. I'm sure he said it was an alleyway, which seems, I'll be honest, seems an odd place to do something like that if it was arranged. But
we got Dan Deaver. Good to see you, Dan Deaver. Yeah, that's what you're right there. I was onto what you were saying in the chat. You was like, and he also said it was a mutual thing to start off with. Yeah. So if it's a mutual thing, right? Like you said, a field or something. Yeah, fair plays. You know what I mean? Like, but down like a dark, fucking dingy alley is a bit fucking dodgy.
Well, he did.
You know?
I am right in saying like he admitted he got found guilty.
Yeah.
So what? I don't get why the need for putting it off in this paperwork is, because the paperwork's
You know
on.
what I think?
showing he's
Honestly,
guilty.
truthfully, he's spoke to his solicitor, Cotwatcher, and Cotwatcher's advised him to get this paperwork, and that's the way they're doing it, because Cotwatcher did mention it last night on the live.
I know, but that's what I don't get, because any paperwork he can show ultimately resulted in his guilt and him being found guilty.
Would you? I'm going to ask you this: would you advise? What would you be advising somebody who you've just found out that you've been supported, who you've just found out that's done a sexual offence when they were younger?
No, I'll be honest. At that point, it'd have been, oh, so you were found guilty. You're on your fucking own, mate. I wouldn't. You know, there's no way I'd carry on sitting up on that panel, but everyone's different. You know, that's just my take on it. But the other thing I don't get as well, why has it got to be on his channel? Because he's got 97 subs, and you've got over 1,000. If he's truly innocent, and even though he's guilty because he's out of his own mouth, then wouldn't you want to get that message across to as many people in one hit as you can?
Yeah, definitely. I do think, though, also, though, Mr. Meatball, I think he's got, and the chat, to the chat as well, I might be wrong, but I do think he's got, and this is one of the questions, so this is one question down this. I was going to ask him, has he got any learning difficulties, and was that maybe a part of what led to him being duped, do you know what I mean, by this girl, sort of thing.
See,
so, but am I right there? You know what I mean? But that Mark Feely dude, he's the creepiest one going, and he's got learning difficulties. You know what I mean?
You know, you can ask that question, but I haven't seen a lot of it. I'll be honest. Was there some mention of text messages or something?
Not too sure. I think there was, yeah.
I was going to say, because if there was a text exchange discussing that sort of thing, then surely professionals would have looked at that text.
They must have. There must have been a text or some sort of exchange for them to want to mutually do it or meet up.
So if there was a text exchange, experienced eyes would have been looking at that exchange and they'd have spotted any coercion or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bumblebee said, yeah, there was texting. Sorry, Leah, I'm not neglecting chat. I'm just going to get back to now. Mrs. Meatball, in his own, who we're talking about, that point audits, and in his own words on his video too, he basically said to please bear in mind that he was young. I don't care how young you are, no right from wrong, and what he's guilty of. Right, so I'm going to ask a quick question before I move on to Mrs. Meatball's comment. Mrs. Meatball, sorry, Bumblebee's and Leah's. Do you think the sex offenders register, should be for all ages?
Yeah.
If what's it called? If he's writing what he's saying, you can't be put on it at 15.
Of course it should.
Bang on, mate. I do. And do you? And also a follow-on question to that, irrelevant to it, sort of thing. I mean, relevant to it, not irrelevant. Do you think that because it was underage, under 15, 16, do you think it should be kept secret from everyone? I'm going to use the word secret. Or do you think it should be open to the public for everyone to know?
But that's the thing, you've made that question pointless anyway by asking if you should be on the register at an early age, because the register's public, isn't it?
Oh shit, yeah. Well, there you go then, yeah.
So if you, because essentially,
you're right. I get you. Yeah.
By not putting them on the register under 16, then you're keeping it secret, aren't you?
You're young or not, it's wrong. Are we going to forgive children that murder? Oh shit, yeah. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said, mate. You're right there.
And, you know, it's not as if people are just coming to their own conclusions. It's actually words out of his own mouth.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. What Titans just put, Mr. Meatball. What fucking cops started twisting it, saying it was as if it was the girl. What as if it was the girl? You know what I mean?
All I'll say with Cop is we know what sort of company he sits on panels with. So,
sorry, Chris. A link for who, Chris? Pod Point or the panel? Or does he mean Pod Point audits?
I'm not sure. I think he might want to appear on the panel. You never know. You may get a rare appearance of a Chris.
Chris is more than welcome on my panel anytime. Come and sit on my knee.
Did you see his live audit the other night?
Yeah, of course I did, yeah. Fucking big up Chris all day fucking long, man.
Out taking the dog to walk on his second live, and he gets a live audit, man. He's not even an auditor, is he?
It was a shame that it was that dark. That's the only thing. It was a shame that it was proper dark, but I didn't even need to see anything. It was bliss, even if they had my eyes shut, just listening to what he said to him and that. I've
got to admit, even he woke up on the coppers in the dark going, did it, and then it's off, you know what I mean?
Here he is. Let him sort his camera out. Yeah, I got you, Chris. Oh, that seemed a bit of it. That seemed dodgy, that seemed... Chris, are you there, yeah? Touch your ear.
Stick your thumb up your ass, just in case.
Chris, is that you? I don't know if you can hear me, because it seemed like it flashed then, bro. Like it...
If it's you, Chris, send me a one. Go on, then.
I'll just put banner up, mate. Bring him on, because it seemed like it flickered.
Yeah, if needs be, I'll just fire him a message.
Yo! Chris! Oh, no, I'm not even pressed add to stream. Yo, Chris!
You got me, aye?
Yeah, man, I got you, bro.
Right. So here's what happens. If you're under 18 and you go into sex offenders, the longest they can have you on the list is 2 years. So if he was 15, he would be off it by the time he was 17. Now, if you're over 18 and you get put on the sex offenders for life, after 10 years, you can apply to have your name taken off it, and they have to take it off. So the sex offenders list isn't exactly as clear-cut as it's made out to be.
Right. Yeah.
I done a wee bit of research into that after you talked to this guy the other day, Matt. It's not as clear-cut, and people under 18 aren't as likely to be put on the sex offenders for their own safety. Not the safety of the victims or potential victims, but for the perpetrator.
Right.
So, as I say, it's not as clear-cut as they make it out to be. So say you went around...
Clear-cut as in...
Wait, what are you saying?
Go on. No, go on. No, carry on. Go on. Say what you're going to say then, bro.
Say, like, an example, there's a serial rapist who's tortured women and all of that stuff, who gets put on it for life. After 10 years, they're not on it anymore if they know the loopholes. So...
Well, that should be... I think that should be a fucking life thing, mate.
Well, like I'm saying, as if he was 15 at the time, as soon as he turned 17, the sex offenders list would have automatically removed him from it.
So there's no record of it anywhere?
There'll be a historic record of it, but you know what Google's like. It works on what...
Do you know if he does a DBS check, Chris? Do you know if he does a DBS? That's what Cop was on about. I think that's what or whatever they call it. I'd be wrong there. That's what will that come up that he got put on the register then or not? Or that just come up with his offence?
I'm not 100% sure, Matt. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe Wanda would maybe be the best person to speak to about that, because she's into all that kind of outing paedophiles and all that kind of stuff.
Because if it doesn't, I still don't get why. Like Mrs. Meatball said, what's the paperwork going to prove anyway? If it's come out of his own mouth that he was guilty,
Well, that's the thing. It's
Well, that is the thing, you know. If and again, it does go back to he who shall not be mentioned. But if
Yeah.
innocent in court, if not guilty in court means not guilty, then
Like
guilty
everyone's saying. Well, a lot of people, not everyone. A lot of
Yeah.
people.
well.
Think-
I'll give you an example.
guilty.
Look at when Midnight was up at court, and Talia went and twisted everything, saying that Torbs and all that was there to intimidate him, and they got the ruling was pretty much changed on the spot because it was made to be that Midnight was a victim rather than a perpetrator.
I only heard that the word acro from this community. Does anyone have an acro, sir? I think or is it just people with convictions? Does everybody have an acro, or is
Everyone,
it just people with convictions?
everyone can apply for one, can't they?
Everybody has one. Like it's like a disclosure.
So is it more? It's like an enhanced one, isn't it? Basically.
So pretty much, if everybody you can have one, right? But all it'll come back is there's nothing against you, or you've got a pass.
It gives you NFAs as well, doesn't it?
What's NFAs mean? I always thought that was no fixed aboard.
No further action, I think.
Is it? Right.
But
And it
again, stuff
is
like
also
that, no further action, only gets held for 7 years. So, say you are found guilty, you are a suspect in a crime. They've took all the details, they've done all their investigation, you've got your fingerprints, they've taken your DNA. After 7 years, legally, they have to get rid of that. So, again, it's all tricky, eh? If he's been found guilty, then you can't get rid of it. But they
Yes,
can
it doesn't.
wipe his trace from the sex offenders' current list.
Well, that is the thing, you know. He said he was found guilty, so there was enough evidence to find him guilty. So, to be honest, in my opinion, what more is there needed to?
Well, that's it. Especially when you
Well,
look at how
well,
many people.
do you know what
who are
I-
guilty, who walk
Do you know what I see in this community though a lot, guys? Right, and I swear to God, I see it loads of times. Well, they've done the time, they've done the crime, like they've been punished, blah blah blah. Fucking, that's what'll be coming. No fucking
Okay,
chance.
He is prime example. The kids that killed the Bulger kid. Should we just accept them back because they were kids?
Well, remember one of them got outed for his
No, exactly.
identity, and then the government paid about £2 million to give him a brand new identity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what's he fucking been doing though since? What's he been
Mate,
doing since
wait a
that
minute.
wronging?
They kids never went to jail. They went to boarding homes and were fucking privately educated and everything. They bairns never went to jail.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise. Oh man.
One of them's been caught with fucking nonsense and shit, hasn't he?
Aye, that was the one that they had to spend £2 million to give him a new identity.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on a minute. If he's on a lifetime license, why the fuck is he no back in the jail? Who
Yeah.
cares
Yeah.
about his identity?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's fuck the system, man.
And that is the thing. I think, you know, we could by all means have this interview and that wedding, but if he's been found guilty, then by community standards, there's enough evidence to say he was guilty. So he's guilty, isn't he?
Do you know the thing is, I don't know what I'm gonna gain from this interview, right? Or I don't even know what I want to gain from it, right? All I just want is for people to know, because there's no way within, and there's no way sort of bragging here, you know me about views and shit, yeah, or sharing my own channel and that. I never do it, but no one would ever find out if he would do it over on his channel.
Well, the way
Hardly anyone would find out.
The way I would look at it, right, is there's probably a high chance that, say, you're bang on the money, everything's right. 6 months later, the community will just go, "Oh, come back in, Mr. Ryan." But if you
Well
do
said.
it, everything comes right. It's on YouTube forever. Until you
Well-
delete that video, it's on YouTube.
But that's the thing, bro. It's already on YouTube out of his own mouth.
Well, do you really need to hang with it, or do you just play the clip? If he doesn't show
Yeah.
up, do you just show him
Chris
all
is
the
right though.
information?
He's banged on what he's saying though, Mr. Meatball. People will, a few months down the line, they'll just fucking welcome him back with open fucking arms. Like nothing
Yeah, but
happened.
this is the thing. The reason that happens half the time is because, well, where's the person actually admit it? it's there out of his own mouth that's what he was found guilty of. It's different than people proving it and not really. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Ginger, Matt will remember when Coco Savage, Tyrone, fucking another Ryan, by the way, was outed for pretty much being a GMM kind of character.
Yeah, sex pest.
And then 9 months later, he comes back as Coco Savage, and everybody's sucking his dick.
And that, well, not everyone.
Right, you know what I mean?
But, I do see where you're coming from. But again, though, that's where that situation's different than this one, because no one's actually seen. Well, do you know what I mean?
Again, the information I got about all that was that it come from his mouth. Now I know it's hearsay, but the person who asked about all of this, if she really hated him, she could have chucked him under the bus for being a paedophile, because the accusation at the time was pictures of her daughter.
Yeah.
And she actually defended him and also told me the information. So
that's the thing with him. With this one, he's openly stated it.
Yeah.
The other one's sort of
that's proof in the pudding for me.
And he's got the other one's got semi acceptance back, because he's never actually admitted anything, so it's just been seen as he said, she said kind of shit, even though there's lots of us that can remember all the different accusations and the different things that have come up.
I'll give you right, this is about him because obviously it's a TV series, but it's based on a true story. There's a new series come out called Blackbird, and it's about a guy in America in the early 90s, and he's gone around abducting girls on push bikes and murdering them. And he would actually openly admit this to the police, but then convinced them that he was a serial confessor. So he was getting away with like murders here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
Because they know how to play the system and shit, and know how to twist people. And I've actually done a wee bit of research into the real guy about it, and he's one of the most shadiest looking people, and heard interviews and that. And I'm not being funny. It's kind of like the way that.
He did, Tosh. You're right, Tosh. He did, mate. No. And do you know what winds me up? Right, I'm going to say this as well, actually. Fucking Shady. I don't know. I used to watch Shady quite a bit, but I don't really go there anymore. And he likes to like buzz off having the wrong uns in his chat.
Yeah.
It's fucking pissing me off, bro. It really is. He's like, I'm the only place that'll accept him. It's not a fucking good thing, Shady, bro.
And then wonders why everybody's giving him hate.
It's like that as well with Coco admitting that if there was is there a clip of it anywhere where it's come out of his own mouth? Because if there is, a lot of people are then not accepting. And
I know that, Ginger, but at the same time, over a year ago, there was enough information for everybody to say, you're a fucking wrong'un. We don't want you here.
Chris, how long have you been saying it for, bro?
I told you about it in February.
Well, I don't defending him. I'm just trying to say, because you know, as new people come in
all day long.
It's like time forgets history, because it's not written in a fucking textbook that you can find on Amazon or some shit.
Yeah. You know, if the clip was still there, then it'd be easy to show the new people that come into the community. Well, that's what it is. Whereas with this guy, it's there out of his mouth, so no one's going to be able to say, "Oh, well, show me." Which is what
at the time, like you know yourself, Ginger. If you never posted on a channel and you just brung it and you shared it on a panel, once that is done, you would delete that. You know what I mean? You're not really got to keep it. It's done. It's dusted. So,
but that's where people need stuff like that. If it comes out on a panel, that's where clippers do the job, because they take that and they put it up, so people don't forget that was said.
Yeah.
Would you be helping someone out, Chris? I asked Mr. Meatball while they were up here. You weren't on. Would you help someone out who you've been supporting and then you found out this? Would you be trying, like Cop Watchers doing, basically? Would you help?
I would help them at a plane fucking right to Everest. I would help them at no bother.
Thought so.
See what I mean?
Big up to Off Alive. Thought so.
And go back to my youth days and fucking remember all the wrestling moves and all that shit and drop kick the bastard.
Yeah, fucking choke slam.
Not nice from home. It's alright in the aeroplane.
But yeah, it's fucking shady. Shouldn't be online chain smoking and drinking when the younger generation could be watching.
At the same time, though, if his streams are 18 plus, they shouldn't be watching, should they?
Well, here's the thing about that. Like, this is what's pissing me off, and I know that.
What is if your kids are walking past or something though, like when you're on computer or something? I don't know,
Well,
but
here's the thing, right?
Couldn't.
Here's the thing about all this age stuff, right? Now, Emily, who's come about in the community, 17, and she's getting berated. No, berated, but it's almost mentioned in every live. And Bear was right.
Chris, before you go on there though, before you go on quickly, and then you carry on, it's about the same thing though. I mentioned this to somebody. I'm not going to say who, but how do we know that Emily is 17? How's it come about that she's 17?
Well,
I'm not saying she isn't, but we need some like. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you start mistrusting people for the get-go, where do you got to get? You're not going to get anywhere, mate. You just got to fucking exclude yourself and then keep yourself in the budge, and you've got to become stale. Now, the point I was getting at here is she getting shit because but as it keep getting brought up because she's a woman. But then, if you remember what Bear said last night, Auden Wales was 16 when he came into the community, and today he must only be 17 himself. He's been on panels, he's spannered up, fucking everybody drops his lengths. But that's all right because he's a guy.
Yeah, I get you. You're right there.
So, and Bear's channel's set to over 18. A lot of the other channels has been on the set to over 18.
Yeah.
She's sensing that she could have been working for a year, so why treat her like a kid? He's got a point there, Ron has.
What did he say?
Ron's just said, Matt, even if she is 17, then she could have been working for a year, so why treat her like a kid?
Well, Ron, here's what I'll say to you, mate. I live in Scotland. At 16, you're an adult.
I still say, I get what he's... Yeah. I still, honestly, Ron, I get what you're saying, but 17 is young, bro.
Yeah.
If someone was going around, if I had a 17-year-old sister and there was a guy trying to get it, I'd be fucking paranoid. Do you know what I'm saying? 17 is young, mate. It is. You got to admit that.
Mm-hmm. As I say, like, Emily, what was it she said? She's might be 18 in January. So she's older than a couple of months older than my daughter. I wouldn't let my daughter on here, but I know my daughter could probably fight these cunts back, if you know what I mean. So,
if she's anything like you, then yeah.
Well, that's it. And I'm not being funny. My daughter's got about 120,000 subscribers on TikTok for her motorbike stuff, so I'm pretty sure she's got her own troll squad that can come and handle shit.
So
do you check that for her, by the way? Just quick one. Like, do you keep an eye on her TikTok and shit?
Yeah, fuck, mate. I taught my daughter well as a babe. I taught my daughter about fucking creeps and everything, mate.
I honestly, I do believe that as well, 100%, Chris. 100%.
I taught my daughter about fucking drugs and everything, mate, as a young person. And I'll tell you what, she doesn't go out to parties and get mashed out or not. She'll go out to a party and she'll phone me to come and pick her up, or she'll come home in a taxi. You know what I mean? So,
Toss has just said she's legal age to meet someone her own age and have a baby. So why shouldn't she watch YouTube?
Well, I agree with that as well.
Does that come down to...
The only thing at 17 you cannot do is watch porn. You're not allowed porn on YouTube.
See, even though we're in the UK, with YouTube being essentially an American-founded company,
that's where it's...
Does a lot of their laws sort of come into play with the under-18 shit and that.
See, if you look at America as well,
Like
there's states like I think it's Missouri where you can marry at like 14 and 15-year-olds. So America has different laws all over the whole fucking country.
Yes, big up. I knew that was going to happen as well because I seen fucking Maria in chat as well, and then Master Ron's failed YouTube Cooper's attempt has just come in.
I hear Maria's my best friend.
Yeah, they love mentioning us in the chat even when we're not there, you know. taste.
Honestly.
YouTube needs to pay
Right.
victims out compensation. One sec, guys, for not age verifying them properly.
But at the same time as well, you've got to look at. I said it on the live the other night and stuff. The average age for kids before lockdown watching porn was 8. Well, parents need to set their internet providers settings. Like Nutter's, all his stuff, kid stuff goes through his phone, so he makes sure that he's guaranteed to like no observe, but just to make sure that his kids are in the parameters of how he wants them to be. And there's
It's
not
like-
very many people like that.
You know, with StreamYards, even though you can say like your stream's 18 plus, the setting doesn't actually get applied, I don't think, until you do it manually after the live's ended.
And,
They got
and
to see him.
even stuff like
Sorry,
that,
guys,
YouTube verification, what, you set up a random email address, right? And then the only verifications, it links your phone to your account when you post a 10-minute video. That doesn't say nothing about age. You know what I mean? So there's loopholes, eh? But I don't think
I've
when it
got a
comes to
question.
age,
I've got a question.
discriminate
1 minute. I'm just smoking a bong. 1 minute.
anyways, you hear your bubble bath.
Right, do you think with people like this lad who's been done for this, do you think there should be checks for people like him who come onto platforms where
Social media,
Essentially.
definitely.
on social media, basically, yeah.
But at the same time, how do you do that? Because then everybody would have to put in some kind of code to really verify who they were. Now, he was done as a kid. A lot of kids' fucking records get sealed. And they didn't apply to when you're an adult as well, depending on the crime. So, like I
Do
said,
you
there's
think another question as well? Because he was, I think, what I kind of heard of it, he was found when he was over the age, but he tried him as a minor. Do you think he should have been tried as a minor or tried as an adult?
Well, that goes into statute of limitations. He committed the crime as a child, so. But when you're doing those kind of.
So what I don't get that though, me. So what they're trying to say that an adult knows right from wrong, where a child doesn't know right.
Well,
from
no,
wrong.
really, because you can get done as for murder as a child at 10, as an adult.
The age of criminal responsibility is actually 10 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think personally, me personally think they should get the full whack. I'm not gonna lie, they should be lenient.
I get that as well,
With the
mate. I totally get that. But even I say, like, if you got the full whack, after so many years, it'd be off the register, and nobody would know. Like, I think if you come off the sex register, you should automatically be put on is it Claire's List and Chloe's Law? So that's a domestic violence
I think
and
he
the
just
stalker
mentioned
one.
it.
So that's
Sarah's Law, I think it's called.
Aye,
Can't watch it.
But remember Chloe, the lassie who got murdered at the Pure Gym by her ex-boyfriend who'd been stalking her.
Yeah,
That's a different list.
And the two
I think they should automatically put on it then.
I think
So
one,
there may be no public record, but if you went to the police and inquired, they would let you know.
yeah, I think there's two different lists.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can get his DOB and do a fake Sarah's Law request with a girl's name. They don't ask for ID.
But that's what I'm saying. We'll automatically go into Sarah's Law because he's already been put to the sex offenders if it's no domestic violence.
Yeah. You're right there. Yeah, you're right, Chris. Sarah's Law is domestic violence and Chloe's Law is sex offenders.
And Chloe's is the stalking. Which, by the way, which covers online stalking.
Piss
Because
off,
that's
Ron.
what happened to her. She was stalked through social media and pinpointed by her locations through social media. So that lassie was actually murdered because social media was tracking her phone. And somebody hacked her social media.
Do a Claire's, not a thingy. Do a Claire's Law. What was not Sarah's Missing Meatball said? That's funny, you, Ron. Passed away and that. Okay, someone just asked then, has anyone seen Peter Paul? And fucking Ron just said, Unfortunately passed away. Fucking crazy bastard.
I seen Peter Pope this morning. He's a fucking
He's still having his rants.
Oh,
Still want
It
still
doesn't like,
want
it
BBA.
doesn't like me because I call him out for fucking threatening to go to Bear's house. So.
Chloe will show all offences and Chloe's too. So both Claire's and Sarah's law will show all offences and Chloe's too. It says Can't Watch a No Ball said.
But is that true? Like, let's be serious. How many times the different departments within government, local government, speak to each other? Like police, social work, they didn't, unless they've got an agenda.
And even then, when they're supposed to, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're right there, Leah. Why have they got? It should be all classed as one. I think, like Leah said, there should just be one law that covers them all, not just three separate ones.
But what I will say is, like the Chloe's one and all that kind of stuff. Once you're on that, you cannot come off it. It's not like the sex offenders. You're on that for fucking life, eh?
Yeah, you're right.
So they, what you would class as sub laws or whatever, or sub fucking registers, are actually more effective than the sex offenders.
It's fucking bullshit. I just think he shouldn't be around anyway.
I agree with that, mate. I agree with that. When you look at how many women in this community have went through similar stuff to what they've put their victims through, and people think it's acceptable to have them in the same room.
It's just rubbing it in the face, bro.
Yeah.
It's like what you did the other day, bro. I don't want to. Well, I should say you. I've just said you now, but look, everyone's said it anyway. Like when you zapped, what's his name? Who come in? Can't remember his fucking name now. Fucking was it Crinkle? No, it weren't Crinkle. It was Joe Kerr. When Joe Kerr coming in, you zapped him, and I was having a rant about a fucking woman abuser. You know what I mean? It's just the same thing, bro, isn't it?
Well, that's it, mate. Like people think because Joe Kerr made a threat that it's okay, it's acceptable. Well, remember, this is a guy who says he was in the army and trained to kill people. Not just a fucking civilian. No fucking like Mrs. J who suffers disabilities, and he's making it that because she made a joke, why don't you put a razor in your mouth and cut yourself like the Joker? He turned into she was going to slash him up.
Yeah, Joe threatened to stab women, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. It's funny that. So I notice certain people making sly digs about like a person that throws threats and vulgarity about when they actually support people that do that themselves but talk double standards.
It's funny because there's a group of people out there that think Crinkle's worse than Joe, and Crinkle's never threatened to stab anybody.
What's been that? Sorry, I've been missing chat 1 minute. Let me get back to chat.
But both of them are vile and disgusting and shouldn't be about.
Oh, definitely. I'm not saying that.
No, I know, but just for the few of them that are watching, to try and make out that that's what will be said later on, as you know.
Oh, all right. Well, I already had an example I made on my live stream get clipped, taken out of context and sent to Nutter, so Nutter would pretty much fall out of me today, and it all went out online this morning. So.
Did I say fucking Maria? I didn't. I hope I didn't. I did. If I did say fucking Maria, it wasn't like anything. I don't remember saying whatever. I just read that wrong. Maybe I don't know.
Well, remember, there's a good few examples of the word fucking in the dictionary. So if you've got to take it the wrong way, go and find out the meaning of the way you're taking it wrong, and come back with your evidence.
I'll have to listen back to what I said, like, cause I've got a bad memory, like, but I don't think I dissed Maria. I don't think I did anyway.
No,
I never heard you do that.
I won't do that.
You haven't said that you agree with what Joe said, but I don't see you making videos on him like you have about what BBA said. So you must agree with him in some way, otherwise you're hypocritical in yourself anyway. And keep putting your screenshot shit on, because when I decide to screenshot something, I'll let you know. You don't need to keep pointing it out. Don't think I haven't noticed.
Well, maybe better having a look at the chat. That sounds
You only
interesting.
don't like me because I caught your comment saying 90% of the community's thick as shit. And you don't like the fact that people are going to know
Yeah, it
what
was Maria Room. Yeah, it was.
So grow the fuck up. Sorry about that, Matt.
No, it's all right. Don't worry. Like I said, I will never conform. I like how I will never conform. You know this. I speak to him offline, and that he's a good guy. Like, and I like you as well. I respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just
Yeah. Bro, that's cool. Perfectly fine. Like I say, you only conform. I'm far from crying, mate. I see what you like.
But you're all entitled to say what you want to say. That's what I was trying to say then. You're all entitled to say what you want to say without being blocked, basically. You know what I mean?
What I'll say about I will conform is never conform. Is remember when all the fucking Dino and Linology stuff went on, Matt? Who was the first person to phone you and back me up? It was him, wasn't it? So that's what I think of the guy. He's actually all about the truth. He's not about causing drama. This is the first time this has even been mentioned that he had my back for the start.
Yeah.
He's been about for a long time. He's seen a lot of stuff. He's been in a good few channels.
I've said this as well. Definitely has. But also, I've got to say, Mr. Meatball has been around. He's a little lurker as well. I won't say it like a creepy way, by the way, guys. But he's a lurker, like, you know what I mean? He's around. He's been around a while.
In the chat rooms.
Conform. Calling 90% of a community you sit around all day thick as shit is hardly a ridiculous comment, to be honest. Especially when some of the people you class as thick as shit, you're openly talking to as if you're friends. That, to me, is two-faced.
Yeah. Look at yesterday. I got the whole Rick's been speaking about you stuff on Ron's and Maria's. And if it's drama-free, then why is that happening? Oh, because he didn't like me.
Yeah.
And then he comes in my live last night thinking he's fucking big ding-a-ling. No.
You know, if you're going to turn around and say something about someone, say it to the fucking face.
Yeah,
Don't
fucking some minerals.
Say it. It's not hard.
People didn't have backbones anymore, man. I'm sure fucking they replaced the spine with a bit of plastic at birth.
You're right there. You're bang on, Chris. Sorry, guys, I'm eating, but you're bang on. But I'm not saying I will never conform as it, because he like a lot of people in here, but people on other fucking platforms or chat do not say that.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I like I will never conform. Like, that's a bad word to do.
Big up Detective Constable Gypsy.
But anyway, back to what we were on about, that fucking what's his face pod. You know what?
I've never seen the guy before. So.
I haven't until tonight. I'll be honest.
I only really come on because we're trying to like figure out a bit of shit about the sex offenders, and as I say, I looked into it after Matt brought this to the community's attention the other day.
Well, Detective Constable Gypsy did it. To be fair, like I said, the credit goes to him. He just allowed me to share it.
Mm-hmm.
But he brought it to our attention himself. He drops himself in it. That's the thing. That's the thing. I wanted to. Oh, I've already asked it. And Cop Watcher, if you're still listening, I want you to answer the question, mate. What do you mean about why he should have kept it quiet? So would you have carried on supporting him if it was quiet? You know what I mean? Like, would you be happy? No, I'm saying no one had known if he kept it quiet, obviously, but it's weird. You wouldn't say that to someone. You wouldn't say fucking, I wish you'd have never said anything. So what do you mean by that?
Matt, let me give you a wee example where this is an opinion. It's not a fact. If you say Cop was protecting Coco and Coco's not admitted to anything and he's still in the community and he's not getting this kind of hassle, maybe that's the reason why you maybe shouldn't have said anything.
I've even said that, bro. I've said it out loud. That I've literally said, Coco, you have protected Coco without a doubt. He's been on his panel loads of times, bro, and he's fucking protected him a few times. Like, oh, he's not this, he's not that. And now he come on on his chat last night, and he said, "Oh, now he's blocked Coco because he's found out that he's a sex pest." You knew ages ago. He knew he was messaging people ages ago. Same as fucking GMM, like everyone knew ages ago. It wasn't a fucking secret.
There'll be people in this chat that's probably never seen when I talked about this in my video. The reason I never posted the stuff I had about Coco online is I can't edit. I've fucking, when it comes to tech, I've not got a fucking clue. Unless somebody's actually talked me through it or shown me. And those messages were talking about somebody's kid as well. So I'm not going to put somebody's fucking information about their kid on fucking into the ether when we already know how many Iranians and fucking twisted cunts there is.
Mrs. J, it's not exactly confirmed in regards to the allegations of the ex-partner. Yeah, but it's confirmed that it was he's a sex pest, isn't it? Messaging girls and that for fucking
sending out hardcore porn. That's confirmed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a sex pest, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you an example.
But it's not confirmed. It's not confirmed that he's done the.
I'll give you an example of how fucking strange and bizarre I find the guy is. Right, I seen him on Hippies one night. And obviously Hippies in America. And his whole panel was Americans. A couple of Brits in his chat, but the rest, again, Americans. And they were talking about this place. And it literally got mentioned. Everyone's like, oh, I didn't care what that is. I didn't care what that is. And Coco's response was, oh, they make hardcore fetish porn there. How would somebody from Britain know that?
Because he's fucking been there looking, hasn't he? I've heard he was banished from another community.
Well, it doesn't surprise
That's what I heard, for doing the exact same thing and trolling as well.
Well, Krinkle was banished for your community. Joe was banished for your community. So the trend fits.
A lot
of trend fits.
Communities for another, didn't they?
The what, sorry, Mr. Meatball?
A few of them got chucked out to other communities.
Yeah.
You
know, I won't name them all because I'll just get accused of keeping on.
I'm only mentioning names because they've already been mentioned.
Yeah.
But as I say, the trend fits. The trend fits for outing these people, showing who they are. They've shown themselves to be who they are. And then 6 months later, they'll come back and then everything's happy days.
That's the thing, though. People will be like, either the trolls. I don't like calling them trolls because you know my stance on it. The people at the end of the day, but they'll come in and they'll be like, "Oh, you fucking YouTube police, though, and all this shit." Like, do you not fucking get? Are you not a human, man? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I can't understand it. Are you just not fucking human? What is, you know what I'm saying? What if that was someone's kid, someone's daughter, someone's mother?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's wrong, man.
But the term troll gets kind of thrown about so much it kind of loses its meaning. Like, someone having a different opinion is not a troll. Someone who's maliciously or maliciously fucking constantly attacking you, constantly attacking your chats, and members in your chats, they're trolls. Just because somebody's got a different opinion isn't a troll. And as I say, everyone gets grouped together here, so...
I've said it. You're right, Chris. There's no expressions in the comments what people are writing, is there?
See the amount of times I've been on panel and
Chris, 2 seconds.
Anyways,
Conform. You want to criticise for BBA for bringing kids into it. You've just brought my kids into it there. So get to fucking knobhead.
See this? Right, Right. Mystery guy. I'm probably one of the youngest people that comes in these chats, right? Mid-30s. Same age as Matt, right? I know there's a fucking code to all this shit. It doesn't matter if you're on the street. It doesn't matter if you're on the fucking internet. There's a code. You didn't talk about people's kids. You didn't talk about people's misses.
Yeah.
If they start doing that shit, anything's free game.
Well, this is the thing. I've never mentioned anyone's kids or misses.
Well, now they should be mentioning yours, mate.
Conform. Putting it straight there. Bringing any of your children. What the fuck have my children got to do with me and you having a disagreement. Absolutely fuck all. It doesn't matter whether you said heaven forbid. Don't reference my children because me and you don't see eye to eye. Simple as that. Where is the need? So I can you'll have no problem if I bring your kids into it now, yeah? Should you have any? Yeah, or you're going to see your arsehole, because what's good for the goose is good for the gander, ain't it?
And that's how it works on the streets, so...
And Maria,
Yeah, let's not have no... I'm not sticking up for anybody here, right? But let's not have no kids or anything. It'll just, you know what I mean? I have no kids myself, right? But I understand, you know what I mean?
And Maria doesn't like her kids being brought into it, but she's okay with conform bringing my kids up.
Big up local, mate.
See that?
Never should we mention anybody's kids, man.
How you doing, Hammers, mate?
There's never got a moral code anymore. You know what I mean?
I get what it. Read, I will never conforms. Comment, please. That meatball ranting about.
Yeah.
No, no. He did say heaven forbid. 1 second.
Does it mention children? Simple as that. I'm sick of people using. Oh well, it wasn't made in that way. That's bullshit.
Well,
man, people need to remember that the written word.
Yeah,
the written word.
I've got to be honest in what I say there. It says your children, but it does say heaven forbid. But if we shouldn't be mentioning children, but I'm not falling out with any of you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But if we're going down the road of not mentioning people's kids, then you've got to stick with that moral code, whether you're having an argument with someone or not.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Even like you'll notice, like there's a few times I'll say to people, "How's you and your family?" No, how's you and the kids? Like it engulfs the whole fucking family, and it's in a way that's endearing rather than attacking. But I'll never say, "Oh, how's your kid?" And I spoke about my kids in chats and stuff, but I keep it to a minimum because I wouldn't give anybody anything on her. And if you want to come after my kid and that, fine. But I'll just let you know, I can find your address with a VPN. So, I'm not going to fuck with that shit.
I will never conform. Said you need to understand the seriousness of what was said with Mr. Meatball. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. How dare you insinuate that?
Well, here's what I was going to say. People need to realise that the written word, when there's no context added to it, either emotion, backstory or anything, the written word can be taken any way. How many people have fallen?
Where's Mr. Meatball gone?
Don't know, mate. People take things wrong in chats all the time. And then some things are made to play down like they're nothing, but the words are fucking really severe. Was it passive aggressive?
Yeah, internet dropped out, link, Matt. Please. Oh, thank you for that. I thought you was annoyed with me then for some reason. 1 sec, Chris, bro. I'll just bring Mr. Meatball back in.
That's definitely why kids shouldn't be involved. Because you never know how it's going to be taken.
I'm just hoping that maybe I'm hoping it can be resolved because these two, no doubt, can be they're both decent people, man.
Matt,
they're both decent people. This is what we need in our community, bro. These two people, the decent guys. Do you know what I mean? Big up Tom all day long, brother. Big up Tom. Honestly.
But again, online and stuff.
I got you, bro.
And I'm not saying anything against Mr. Meatballs or I will never conform. I'm not saying anything about the two of you guys. I'm just saying.
Mr. Meatball, your camera's on.
I'm just using this as an example, but remember, while you're sleeping, somebody else could be in another chat, twisting everything, backstabbing.
Got you, bro.
Hey, up to I've had switched to mobile data. The net's just dropped.
Sorry,
I don't give a
Chris, sorry, Mr. Meatball.
At the end of the day, I don't give a flying fuck how he intended it. He referenced my kids. You want to complain about other people bringing kids into things, then don't utter the word it's kids to some fucker else. It's that simple. That fucking simple. You can't sit there and moan about people bringing kids into the fucking arguments between adults and then bring kids into an argument between adults yourself.
Well, I'll give you an example, Ginger. Right, if somebody was to square up to me and they fucking talk about me, I would listen to it and I'd probably punch them in the face, right? If somebody spoke to me about my kid, I would kick their kneecap back and I'd stop their fucking head.
Exactly. At the end of the day, regardless of what, at the end of the day, right, if that cunt can go and find anywhere I've spoke about anyone's kids, then by all fucking means, bring them into it. Because I've done it myself, but I know I fucking haven't. The only time I've referenced my kids is to state that I've got kids. So you have no fucking damn right to even reference my kids when you complain about other people doing it.
But what you'll find is...
I'm with you, whoever... And it's not... Because it's... And I'm with you against anyone. You know what I mean? I'm not because it's how I've become fun. You know what I mean? I'm with you against anyone there, Mr. Meatball, who does that. Do you know what I mean? Definitely.
That's the thing. You can't criticise others for doing it when you bring kids into a conversation yourself.
You're
right. You're right, bro. Chris? I don't know where the fuck he's just gone.
He's still here, isn't he? Unless his signal's dropped. I don't know why my net dropped out. It's all back on now. All this is because I called him out on a statement that he claims he was frustrated. Yeah, Maria, your child may have been innocent. Have I brought your kid into it? So stop making it about you. This is between me and Conform. Fuck all to do with you.
Maria Moon,
I've got to be honest.
I've got to be honest, Maria Moon, yeah. Much love to you and that. But all I've seen is you writing things like, 1 second, I'll go back to it. I didn't even
this is what they fucking do.
Better off ignoring him. I will never conform. I knew what you meant and all this. Like, please don't get involved. If you just need to, like, rub the salt in the wound sort of thing, then
go set up your own fucking live and do it.
Well, can you say something to Maria Moon while she's still definitely here? If you and Ron have got anything to say about me, grow some balls, put your fucking camera on, do a video, tag me in it, and then I might reply. Well, probably no, because you're worthless as a piece of shit.
Hey, Chris, just clear the record up for him. Do you sit ghosting their chat, or is that me? Exactly. But last night, apparently, me and you were both ghosting their chat.
I was on my own live last night, the fucking idiots. Then I was on fucking Spunk Fishes.
So there you go, Maria. Fucking chatting shit again.
You fucking assholes. My time's fucking valuable. No fucking. I would rather go.
I'm going to waste my fucking time on him now. Even more so.
I would rather go and listen to Crinkle smack to his nut after a fucking bottle of whiskey as well.
What are you munching?
The amount of hypocrisy.
No, just because Leah mentioned steak. It says streak.
Oh, Conform. So you have kids, so I can bring your kids into it now, can I?
Ginger, Danny, mate. Danny, speak to low.
That's the bongs, that.
Oh, no. Wait there, Chris. He has children, and he's upset about someone else's kids being brought into it, but he can reference my kids.
Well, we all know the amount of hypocrisy on this fucking platform.
So I should be able now to start referencing his kids, shouldn't I? What's good for one is good for the other. Remember, they're fucking words.
Well, I know you wouldn't go that low. I'm not saying I will ever Conform has gone low, but I know you wouldn't do that anyway, Mr. Meatball. Do you know what I mean?
When they talk about
I'm
morals,
not saying I will ever Conform delicious.
When they talk about morals, they want to fucking loop the word up.
And make sure the compass points
Big up
north.
Richard Reed.
What is it? Take the plank out of your eye before you try to take the splinter out of mine?
If your moral
Right,
compass
I've got to ask this. I've got to ask this, right? All this argument is about something to do with, not this argument, but
I know.
mentioning someone's kids, right? As in Maria Moons and Master Ron's, right?
I should never have had.
How does everyone know anyway? How does everyone know anyway? Me personally, if I had kids, no one would have ever known the fucking what happened.
Well, yeah,
I'm sure
that is a good point.
I'm sure it was something to do about.
No one would have ever fucking known, and I don't mean that nastily either. Like, why has it even got out?
Like, I'm not being funny. I've spoken to Maria Moon up until we've had this disagreement,
and that's the point I'm making exactly.
And I know quite a lot about Maria Moon and her family, but I would never mention them because I wouldn't stoop that low. I could if I wanted to.
So here's me challenge. You know what? Here's me challenge to Maria. Go and find where I've spoke about your kids or Conform's kids, because until just I didn't even know he'd got any. But the next time I feel like stooping low, when I notice him with his little fucking digs, I'm going to. And I'm going to take the same mentality as fucking Bear. What's good for you, what, is good enough for fucking me. So keep my kids. Don't even mention the fact that I have kids. And I'll keep yours out of my mouth. That's fair enough, isn't it? Oh, no. Conform. I read out what you just put, that you have kids. Not mentioned your kids, but I shall start doing if, seeing as you want to mention mine, eh?
Then by Ron, he realised he shouldn't have. Ah, right. That's why. Thank you, Leah. But honestly, no one should. It shouldn't even come out, that. If I had kids, nothing like that would have come out. Swear to God. Nothing. Good to see you, Emily.
People won't get a rise. They'll get a fucking rise.
I would love to see somebody like Maria Moon or that come after my fucking kids. My daughter would fucking slaughter them with sheer logic. Sheer logic. And what, their combined age is probably about 8 times hers.
Fucking stupid, man.
Well said, Ant. You're right, Ant, mate. You're right, brother. Too many people will be ghosting, clipping for fucking personal gain as well, bro.
Definitely.
Yeah, I ain't give a flying fuck. Who's ghosting? The end of the day,
but
you know.
The thing is, there's people ghosting to keep the record straight, and know that things go under the line. And then there's people ghosting deliberately to twist and take things out of context.
Leah, so that's exactly what you want to do.
You cannot tar everybody with the same brush.
Tom, we already know. Like, we was having this discussion before, bro. But I'm not gonna kick her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or else she doesn't. I'm not gonna be the first person to kick Emily. You know what I mean? Because it's an 18 panel or whatever, an 18 show. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
My net's back on, so I'm going to switch back to the PC before my fucking phone dies. I'll be back in a moment.
See, the whole Emily thing, it's like we were saying about,
But we know how to respect it. You know what I'm saying, Chris? We know how to, watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Why did no one give Audit and Wales shit? No one gave Audit and
Wales there you
shit.
go. Chris will exactly. Go on, Chris. Go on, say what you said before, bro.
Audit and Wales joined this community at 16, and he was embraced. Because he was a young guy doing auditing. Specifically because he was a young guy doing auditing. Not because he was good at it. Because he was a young guy doing auditing and he was accepted. Audit in Wales still today is only 17. And he can go on any panel and he's got spanners and no one batters an eyelid. So what? Is that because people are sexist? If they're having that argument, you've got to then look at yourself and say, why are you not giving him shit when you're giving her shit? And to be truthfully honest, I think you're fucking appalling to be doing that to somebody. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their life's like. This might be an escapism for fucking some horrible shit.
Yeah.
But yet people are fucking kick dirt in the face.
let me just address something. Overreaction, I've taken it wrong, Conform. I've watched you ever since I called you out with that 90% comment. And all you've done is get your little digs in and slag me off and Master Ron's with them. I've fucking seen it. And yes, I have got the screenshots of it. And then you reference my kids. While I'm sick of fucking you digging them because you've had no fucking bite from me, you go low to bring kids into it while you're criticising someone else. So fuck you. You can call it an overreaction. The next time you mention me kids, I'm going to return exactly the fucking same thing now I know you've got them. And that's a promise. Because I ain't playing that fucking low. I'll give you one more fucking chance. And that's it. Then I'll start doing and playing by your rules. And that's all I'll say on it.
Hey, Poochie.
Boop. I heard the other one sleeping in the house. You wouldn't even get up.
Any
Well, it was. Yeah, I get you. I get you. And Ant said he was way too young and in care. Just look at what happened to him with what does that say? Guitars.
The Welsh Stragglers.
All right.
No.
It was too much for the poor guy.
What Bear
But
said
like, whether it was or not, though, it was still.
His kids. He never made any reference to any incident like you try and make out. And to be honest, if you and Ron hadn't told anyone that wherever it was on a live or whatever of what had gone on, no one would have been able to use that. Sorry, but it's true.
Take care, Richard, brother.
Don't put shit online that you don't want using online.
Well, here's what I say, right?
I don't. You're still putting it in the chat. I don't. You don't. Why would you want to Why would you want to broadcast that?
So anyone new that's in the chat and into the community now that doesn't know about that now knows.
Well, what I would say is, how many people are in your chat?
52.
Right, 52. Miriam still there?
Yeah.
Right, I will never confirm still there. Meatball, you're still there. Bear will probably listen back to this. Everybody, right now, just stop the fucking kid shit.
Bro, I've never
It's so
done
hard.
it.
Draw a line in the fucking sand. Move on.
Bro, I've never done the kid shit.
I'm just saying
It's childish. Oh no, I know. I'm just putting that out there. But I will do if other people carry on doing it.
It's as simple as that. We're fucking grown-ups. Make a decision. You either accept it, you're not going to do it, and you stick to that, or you reap what you sow.
And Toxic Indeed YouTube, hi mate, good to see you. Whether Burr brought up anybody, this isn't, no offense to Burr either, this isn't Burr's channel.
Yeah, that's it.
We weren't even talking about Burr. And I don't mean disrespect to you either. You know what I'm saying? If anyone's coming in saying, well, Burr did this, Burr did that, well, we'll take it up with Burr.
They won't take it up with Bear because they tell, you know, but they've tried. There's no agreement. So instead, they're going to run around and slate his name everywhere else to get the chance.
You can't take digs. You can't take digs at people that support him either, or that maybe have been there at the time or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well, we went through all this shit with BuzzTech, about viewers and all that shit. Let them be. But don't go spouting somebody else's rhetoric in somebody else's channel.
Big up Mystical. Good to see you, Claire. Yeah, exactly, Graham. No, you're right there, Chris. You're right, bro. I just think we was on about a subject that is all important to us all. You know what I mean? And it's going a bit off topic now.
Matt,
for one,
just check,
you know what I mean?
Just check
we're like falling out with each other now. I do agree with kids definitely should not be mentioned in any context whatsoever. Any context. Do you know what I mean?
Can I just check something with you on the mods thing? Are mods supposed to be timing out comments made about themselves? Because if not, we've got that top tier content watcher. I see Maria Loon and Racist Ron are still self-destructing. And guess who timed them out?
Go on.
Oh, not timed them out. Or is it? Let me just check to make sure I'm right.
Don't be timing anyone out.
Removing comments, it looks like, not an actual timeout.
Just type something in that chat.
So someone's got an opinion on them, and she removes the comment.
That's why your mud should
Maria Moon, you were talking about sex offenders or assumed ones. Question mark, question mark. What's your point? So you've clearly not come in listening. You've clearly come in for trouble with you saying or assumed ones because the guy admitted to it, Maria Moon. The guy's admitted to him being a sex offender. Yeah, so you've clearly come in causing trouble. Or should have not. You've been here from the start. So, what do you mean by we was talking about it?
Hey, Chris, we're the two clowns, bro. Big up the clown crew. Bye. We're two clowns because we don't agree with you. And we
Big up, Patty. I've not seen you for a while, mate.
That's why Maria Moon used to tell me all the fucking. I'm
no,
such
Maria.
A clown, right?
We weren't talking about Coco. We were talking about someone else that led on to that.
Yeah, I was talking about Coco as well, yeah. Being a sex pest. Yeah, and I don't mean to be like blunt with you, but and
let's be serious, I've never actually said I've got definitive proof about Coco. I never started up a live and started talking about them. I believe they did. I believe they made a fucking whole platform for everybody to come and have an opinion on it. I never done that shit. They did. Again, hypocrisy.
Coco was only mentioned as an example, I think. It weren't even Coco wasn't even brought up as in the topic. I'm sure it was used as an example. When
he was fucking kicked out the community the first time.
Chris, yeah.
Boom. That was exactly it. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Has Coco been on trial and convicted? Not as far as anyone's aware, but you keep...
Which we made out. If you'd have been listening, Maria Moon.
But that side keep making out that people are hiding this evidence of his crimes, so they must think he has, or must know he has.
Well, Master Ron, before he set up that live talking about it, was in 2 chats where I mentioned it. And the reason they were mentioned in that, the reason that was mentioned in the chats is because there's been victims of those crimes in those chats. When he was trying to talk to them.
Hi, Ron.
Now, Master Ron asked me to explain it. Master Ron asked me to explain it, and I explained everything I knew about it. Everything I knew about it at the time.
So, Chris,
and they went away and done lies, went on the other parallels to what? Cause drama and create content because they're born old farts that didn't have any imagination to come up with their own shit.
So hang on, Chris, let me get this right.
Chris, we heard you had evidence, apparently.
Chris
has never once said he's got evidence. No. Chris has said it straight away. That is, he just told what he said. Well, you once said you've had evidence, have you, Chris?
Nope.
So you told them everything you knew, yeah?
Yep. I've told every chat I've got.
Okay.
Exactly found it.
Yeah, then, bro.
I told him how Spunkfish was accusing him of being a pedo, and that's why I went fucking digging.
And they've done nothing about it.
No,
and said nothing.
But Mark Kelly's got supposed names for him.
Yeah. I've had them as well, and I've done a look.
I got them. I was on a chat meeting, and then they fucking thing where I'm done with the guy. I didn't need to get any more. I was there when he got done for the sex pest and shit. Fucking last year on Gypsies and shit. I didn't need to know any more about him.
I looked into the names that I was given, and they're not on where I'd usually find stuff like that. So
all I say is he was charged. I never said he was convicted.
And then there's no proof. Well, there's no proof that Crinkle's a nonce, but you call it him.
Mm-hmm. And Ginger, you can yourself, mate. I didn't have the
good shout there, Mr. Meatball. Good shout there, Mr. Meatball. I've heard him say it a few times, bro.
How many times, like weeks later, if I repeated something to you and then you found the clip yet, word for word, what I've said?
Say again, brother.
Fucking bullshit, people.
Big up UK Media Watch.
I've just got a fucking moral code, a fucking spine, a backbone, and I didn't forget that shit. I'll be who I am. They can be who they are. We snakes slithering about, fucking ghosting chats.
Hey, Ant, you are right. The word nonce should not be used unless it's proved. And it's strange seeing Maria agree with you on that one. It really is. Given how much they've shouted it at Krinkle, he said he hasn't done. It's still vile and disgusting. But he hasn't physically done it, and there's no proof that he has done it.
Now,
So-
let's be serious as well here about Coco, right? The stuff what we do know about Coco is the exact same stuff GMM done, right? GMM wasn't allowed back in the community. GMM is gone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he was fucking. We can find out if he was charged of rape or no.
Outed, lad. Outed.
Aye.
But Coco sits around and that.
He was the first person I got blocked on my channel.
And it's followed by 2 others, if I remember right.
Aye.
I was the one get them. I take great pleasure in it, I'll admit.
I was a bit
They got
disappointed
you.
that you didn't take the headshot straight away.
Well,
Motherfucker.
I'll be honest, I was waiting for... I kind of wanted to, but I thought I'd let you give the okay first, so they didn't come crying back and making...
I think you maybe missed the start of the life, and it says, if somebody who comes in my chat doesn't agree with the kind of person I am, gone.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know how people like to cry and moan to the host when they get timed out, or banned. So I thought, if they heard it,
They can stick on their V fucking R or whatever their virtual reality and suck my virtual fucking dick. I'll give them an eggplant. I did give
Aaron's mum's lovely.
I've picked my mods because I've watched these mods in other chats. They've always had my back. They've never lied to me that I can find it. That's why they're mods. Or they're fucking extremely good at being a mod, dropping links, fucking all that shit. No, because I think they're going to vindictively hang with anybody. Because what will happen, if I find out mods have done that, they'll be banned to the channel. The rules
Trolls
are
get
simple, they apply
timed
to
out in
everybody.
Masterons.
and anyone...
There's a difference
deems-
between trolls, Maria Moon, and people with opinions.
Exactly. And anyone
That's it.
having a difference of opinion over there is a troll.
I'm pretty sure I said that 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet everybody
Big up
took
walking
trolls
while
at the same
innocent.
time.
Sorry, mate. Big up.
Anyway.
And back to your comment for Maria, I'm happy to be a clown. If you've not seen my lives, I am a fucking clown. I am a
Yeah,
real
man.
life fucking clown.
They're quite entertaining, to be honest.
That's how my fucking brain works, mate. Doesn't it? Like, when I'm like this and I'm on a rant and that, I'll be. But when I'm not, my brain's everywhere.
Maria, you know
Mr.
what?
Meatball, ginger
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah, wait there, bro. Let me answer that. Maria, my
Bro.
Xbox name was Ginger Nuts, and I used to laugh at it. And you know what? I've even taught my daughter to laugh at ginger jokes, to the point that when she went to high school, she tried to get bullied for being ginger, and guess what? She laughed at them.
Oh, Ginger,
So,
that
I
must be that
wouldn't-
fucking severe disability called sense of humour.
Yeah, it'd be
I
perfectly
was
fine
gonna say,
if someone
a
was-
ginger joke's not bad. Come on.
It's like, I tell you what, if you call me a Tory voter, then I'd take offence at it. Call me anything else you want, but don't tell me I vote for Tories. If you really want to get at
Ginger
me,
rules.
then use
I'll
that.
give you an example of how I brought my daughter up, and it's quite similar to how you just said there, Ginger. Like I'm 6'3". My daughter's fucking like 5'10", 5'11", and that. So there's tall jokes and shit at school and that. First person that fucking called her a Hightower, she kicked him in the nuts and says, "Your balls are still low enough for my trainer."
Yeah. This is the thing, when our eldest was growing up, right, she used to joke with her grandpa that I bullied her. And I used to say to her, you know what, kid, I'm not far from bullying you. I'm winding you up because I know when you get to high school, kids are going to start fucking try and take the mick out of you because you're ginger.
Well, that's
And
it.
the
Kids
kid
should be kids, but you teach them how to be adults.
Yeah. So I taught my daughter about hurty words and she laughs at them.
I thought we are all adults. It's not fucking playground, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
It
no,
can be a playground, but come on. You can't say a ginger joke without being blocked, for fuck's sake.
I know, yeah. So, Maria, if you ever see me in your chat and someone calls me ginger nuts, ginger balls, ginger anything, apart from a Tory voter, leave it. If they call me a Tory voter, then I give you my permission to time them out. Yeah? So just so you know, if I ever do decide to come over,
Maria, I'll save you the hassle. I'll never be in your chat. It's shit.
I have to because
I've
I
seen-
love
I've
dunking
seen-
gingers in my tea.
I've
But
seen-
that
I've seen the
no, it's
clips.
classed as bullying. Graham, read Graham Mark's comment.
where are we?
Yeah. And they go to the chat, but it's too hard to fucking
He's
read.
put,
to them.
I love dunking gingers in my tea, but now it's classed as bullying.
Nah, it's not classed as bullying. Here's your cup, I'll teabag it.
Block for a ginger joke, for fuck's sake. What has the world become? I
You know
know.
what I mean? And the funniest thing about it, to use that as an example, when you say
Ginger ale.
it's just words on a screen and hearty words. Come on, man. Really? You'd actually block someone thinking I'd be offended at that.
Well, put it this way.
That was a bad example to use, wasn't it?
It was.
I think I've called you worse, Mr. Meatball. I think.
Yeah, especially the first night when I wouldn't leave your panel. You had to kick me. You absolutely
Exactly.
fucking hated
All my
hell,
ginger
God.
mates, all their nicknames are after being ginger. You've got Rusty, you've got Ginge, you've got Tango, Rusty Nuts, Ginger Leon, Ginger Rog, and that's what they're called.
All my mates round here call me Ginge, even when her daughter was born, because she got ginger hair. Everyone even calls her now Baby Ginge, and she loves it.
I bet you would think they're something strange if I didn't call her that.
Yeah, she still loves it now.
Bye.
It's a badge on her, eh?
It's
Like,
fucking
having
crazy.
ginger skin, you have tougher skin than everybody if you've got ginger hair.
You know, when we had this heat wave the other week, if it had carried on for 2 more days, us gingers would have been extinct.
Oh, you're going to have a puzzle.
You know what I mean?
No, Cop Watcher. I actually like BBA. I love BBA. BBA is a good one. But I've got to admit, it can go on a bit of a rant, and some of the shit he says is out of order.
Hey, you know
But
what?
I've also got to say, maybe there's some of the stuff he has maybe said about Maria's thing, but he shouldn't have even been able to say it. He shouldn't even have been able to say it. You should have kept your mouth shut. Never have got a fucking out there.
And you know what? I've openly said to BBA, yeah, sometimes he's a bit of a twat, and guess what? Sometimes I'm a bit of a twat, and guess what? Sometimes you're a bit of a twat, and guess what? Sometimes we're all a bit of a twat. It's what's called being human.
But see, the thing about BB as well, he's the only one that actually sincerely apologises.
Yeah.
And the rest of them do.
Yeah, I said that he apologised last night. I can't remember whose live it was on, but he was apologising about his behaviour and that.
Isn't it? But people don't want to take that because it doesn't fit the narrative.
Well,
He
that's
wants
it,
to
eh?
be the bad guy.
They're only there for the highlights.
Big up AC Snipper.
The highlights will only fit their agenda. So
Maria, yes, being a bit of a twat is okay because everyone does it. Even you.
and Maria, you've not got a fanny. You're a bit of a twat.
Don't now. You'll be
Fucking hell, man. You need biology lessons as well as fucking manners and fucking rhetoric.
There'll be an 8-hour live on you now. Now you've said
the
that.
honestly, Ginger, like I said, you can go and suck a fucking eggplant.
You'll be
Isn't it?
sexist and
got the
everything or whatever
They've not
it
got the
is.
fucking balls to come on camera, do a video, say exactly what they've got to say. No, they sneak about other people's
Mum's
chats.
net will be after
They
you, lad.
fucking do their chats and fucking all that shit and sneak about in there.
Maria, you would
Fuck
never
off.
stoop so low. You do stoop so low, and many people witness it. Many people witness it. and
Well,
that-
do you remember when Master Rod didn't they go about that fucking joke about Anne-Marie? Maria called everybody delusional, right? Everybody delusional, and we've
Big
all
up,
got an
Leo.
agenda. We've all got an agenda if we think that. Then she come in 5 minutes later because I think it was maybe Aunt that says maybe Master Rod, like went,
Oh,
huh?
There's
Like, huh? Like he was shocked by the comment, and she come back and it says, "Yeah, that's exactly what it was."
Proof?
So
You want
were we
proof? There's a proof.
So
Hey,
were
I
we
tell you-
delusional or were you in shock?
I tell you what, Maria, you want proof, right? I've noticed with your side of the fence, you all screen proof of how you've been hypocritical and how you've done your underhand digs and the lies you've stated. You all claim proof from us, and the clippers show you proof.
Do you need
never
proof? And the whole chat says the exact
We
same
never
thing.
see any coming from your side.
We need another word than proof because it just reminds me of JB every time
I know,
someone
yeah.
says it.
Show us the
But
proof.
let's be serious about that whole Master Ron sniggering thing. Do we need proof when the whole live seen it and the whole live are saying, "I it happened"?
And it's,
Apart from Maria and Ron. Never
Leo
said
said a
that once.
comment. Leo said a comment quickly, Chris. Maria Moon blocked me for having an opinion. No swearing or vile comments. She and what does that say? D-Spot Ron or something are running a dictatorship.
yeah.
Well,
There you go. Carry on, Chris.
Leo,
Sorry, mate.
Leo,
Yeah.
what I'll say, mate, is come into my chat, mate. You can fuck, cunt, piss, arse, bitch.
I
fanny.
even,
As long as it's not in malice, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Chris, and just going to V for Viennata's comment there, I even witnessed, because I was lurking the other night, because I've got some great footage coming up soon. It's going to be a corky.
Or me, like, or them.
Oh, no, not a you. A conversation they had with a guy called
Toxic indeed. Carry on. Sorry, bro.
a guy they had the conversation with Lee Martin, and he actually said words to the effect. I won't quote him. I will have to get the bits up. Words to the effect of, "Okay, I'll just sit and watch because if my opinion doesn't match up or meet standards, I'll get made to feel like a twat." And you know what Maria's response was that to? Lee Martin and the OK emoji.
I was just about to mention that, I'm out, take care, I will never conform, and it's good to see a few decent people still in. Don't make me out to be any sort of person that I am not, Maria Moon, yeah, because you're just doing an Agent X there, yeah, because I am not jumping to your narrative, right? Do not make me out to be a bad person like anybody. No one's bad on here, to be fair. So don't make me out to be anything other than I'm not. All right,
Well,
that's all I've got to say to that.
Well, let's be serious. They targeted me for having an opinion on something I heard, other people heard. So
we're bad
they are
people.
twats.
We have no morals because we don't conform to what they say, and we
At
don't
the
bow
time-
down to
And
them.
at the time, I even went back and listened to Ron say that twice after the fucking original live. Like, flicked it back 10 seconds to think, is that what I'm hearing? I'm definitely hearing that. And then I mentioned that in the chat.
Yeah. And you know what? It's quite interesting for someone that's going, she's still lurking in the chat, because once you've commented in chat, you put the @ symbol, start typing the name, and the name shows up if they're still there.
You know what it is, Ginger? She's waiting on me fucking putting my phone in my pocket so she can see her real penis.
Oh, Chris, you crease me, man. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we've been distracted by the dictatorship for long enough. Let's get back to this wronging that we apparently don't out wrongings, but we are doing so. Let's get back to what we should have been doing in the first place, eh?
Well,
Just one last thing, yeah, you're right. We should get back to it, right? But it just seems like it just reminded me of BuzzFam. I got a flashback of BuzzFam for some reason.
Matt, that's exactly what this reminds me of. Exactly what this remembers me of. I'm surprised they're not on the fucking phone trying to
Swear
recruit
to
Buzz
God.
and Agent X.
I swear it reminded me of a disruptive BuzzFam attack or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. They came in and manipulate the fucking narrative, manipulate what we're talking about. I've watched it for months. They did it all through the COVID stuff and everything else.
Well, that's that.
Just need to do it on your own channel next time. Well, you probably are going to do for the next 8 hours.
But the difference is they wouldn't let anybody on to speak. So
Yeah.
it's a one-sided argument. Like, Matt, your link's been out there. Master Run's been in the chat. Master Run's been on plenty of panels.
Well,
I've got a funny feeling he'll not come up here against me. Because
He's welcome
they
to.
know.
He's
They
welcome
fucking
to.
know everything I say is true.
And
Because,
this
like I say, Maria backtracks, then comes in and goes, "Oh yeah, that's what it was."
and
Well, that makes all your previous comments lies.
as Maria said, when we came in, so they both came in, they both sat there, and Master Ron does sit there and admit on his lives that Maria will be chatting and he'll just be lurking and watching and listening. So he's clearly there. But you know what he'll do? He'll set up a live, slate us all, try and make us all look like we've got no morals and we're wrong'uns, and then say that we have to go over to his panel to discuss it when he was sat in the room while we were discussing it.
No.
Yeah.
I've kind of told you a wee bit of lie, to be truthful, so I'm going to admit this. I went on their live for 5 minutes, and it was that night that fucking Rick the Screwball went in and started being twisted because I didn't think Rick could be like that. As soon as I seen it, I turned it fucking off and I was stuck in Man Marie's life.
Chris, as I
And
said,
then when I get told that Rick's talking about me last night on their chat, was enough for me to decide, well, I already can your character now. You've already proven it once, now you're proving it twice.
8 months ago, before Filmboy became the cesspit Ricky and the Nate Pogo Stick Rick, because he jumps between lives, steering shit up, slagging people off, and that's where he got the nickname from. That's why I bothered with him.
You know yourself, mate, I'm not part of any of these Discord groups or anything. I've been invited to them, I didn't want to be a part of them, so I never knew about it. You know what I mean? Unless you see it.
It wasn't, he didn't get the name in Discord groups. It was actually put, I used to call it him quite regular in the chats. I did. He is Pogo.
I've never even noticed that, buddy.
Yeah. I'm not going to deny I'm in Discord.
Or not even noticed the joke yet, if you get what I mean.
Big up, Miss Emma. You're back in chat. Much love, Miss Emma. Them Discord groups can be fucking toxic. I'm not going to lie.
Like I say, I have been on one's chat, but there's also, Mr. Meatball will tell me, I had to ask for the link because I didn't know what his channel was. I'm not subscribed to them.
Fuck off, Buzztex.
I've never given a review.
Fuck off.
Even when I found out that Rick was talking about me the other night, I asked Robert Gamer if he had it because, again, I wouldn't give them the fucking view.
I only do because I have to get footage.
Aye, but
you know,
you're keeping fucking records straight, mate.
Well, what it is, I find it funny because, you know, he said the other week, oh, I don't give them footage, they give it me. Yeah, that's okay. Time you go and set up a live about us, you contradict what you said the day before. Another piece of useful information comes out, and eventually there'll be enough there that when you actually leave this community, like you've said you're going to be doing for the last month, but you still can back. The next community
sounds a bit like someone as well. That sounds like a bit like JB. You know, leaving the community that doesn't.
The next community.
JB and Reeve going on there, I think. Better trying to like take the place or something.
The next community they move into, there'll be enough videos from clippers that'll show them for exactly what they are, so people will keep the fucking guards up.
Just and a highlight melody up like it's a wedding fucking video.
Compilation.
See the way I look at it, even fucking we've gone back to all these wrongings and sex fests and that. If you're never going to fucking trust them to sit with your missus, your bairn or that, why would you trust them in a chat room?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even funny, like, why, yeah? We've seen, like, there's a famous saying.
Try asking Cop that. Try asking Cop that, though. He's willing to fucking forgive and forget, I think, me.
Cop, have you no fucking got a wife? Are you stupid? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? These people, it doesn't matter if it's that specific individual. These people with that mentality, your wife fucking prey. Everybody's wife is prey. Everybody's daughter is prey.
Yeah, man.
It's not about the individual person, as in, it's about the trait. Because an individual person, whether it be fucking, could be a paedophile with a high-ranking job or a guy that fucking lives in his mum's basement, they're all fucking paedophiles.
Bang on, man. Bang on.
What's Spiky on about my accent for? Not someone else try and guess where I'm from when it's already out there, is he?
I think you're for a seat by a gun, lad. You're for that kind of neck of the wind.
No, it's funny. You know, I'm not for, well, same.
Yeah, big up Leon all day long, mate. There's two. Why is there two of you? Will you keep changing over? Is there a fake one in chat?
There's a V for Vianetta. There's a V for Vendetta.
Oh yeah, V for Vianetta.
I don't know who that is, but that's quite funny. They never say anything.
It is quite funny, I'm not going to lie. Now you pointed it out to me.
I thought at the start it could have been gone like the troll line and that, but I've never seen him say anything wrong.
Sparky, it isn't Bagnall Land you're on about, is it? Because I can't think of anywhere around here that's like that. Unless you've got it mistaken and it's something close to. But I can't say too much without giving it away. I might get a hit squad after me. Seems the latest thing on YouTube, doesn't it? Turning up at people's doors and try and chase them.
Oh. Well, the last time it was anybody near any of my neighbours' doors or my doors, the dogs went out and the fucking chased the guy away. So
I was about to say, well, no one knows where I live, but everyone knows where I live, don't they?
And I don't care what anybody says. See, when with a dog and that, if somebody comes in within your parameter, your fenced off gardens and stuff, your dog's got free will to fucking rip them apart. And I'll have my axe at the door. I'm not getting a fuck. My axe always sits at the door.
When you're using the word duck spark, it's probably somewhere in Staffordshire, I'm guessing, which, as people know, that I'm already in Staffordshire. So, you'd have actually guessed from my accent.
Wales, Bumblebee.
Wales?
I think the name gives it away. Blackburn's World. Are you taking the piss?
Are you from Ireland?
You know, feel like Leyland. You know, feel Leyland, Matt.
Yeah, I did.
What are you saying, Chris?
Are you know Phil Leyland?
Yeah, exactly. Well, piss off. I'm from Chorley, lad. I'm born in Chorley. I'm from Chorley. Right, so don't you even start a fucking Aaron fucking little shit thing going on here.
So how do you say Chorley?
Yeah.
Without the accent, how do you say it in actual proper English?
Chorley.
Chorley.
I'm not saying it like that though, man. I'm just saying Chorley.
You said Chorley?
They don't go Chorley like that. Don't do it.
It's like Charlie Shag the Troll. Chorley. Come.
Best of.
I haven't heard Clayhead for ages.
Chorley.
Bastard, you, Chris.
Hey, now I know.
It's better than how Aaron says Bolton. He goes Bolton.
Bolton.
It's really Bolton. It's not Bolton. It's Bolton. Where's the fucking? You need to pronounce an O in it.
That's what I bought with Cammy. Doing Bolton. Doing Bolton.
I know I'll get me. Matt, I know I'll get me revenge now, Mr. Leyland.
There's a pub there called The Grapes. The Grapes. So if you came with that house,
where in Bolton?
Aye, I bought my dog food in that area.
Shithole, mate. Full of dickheads.
Oh, mate, it was a fucking shithole. Like, I thought I was going to Bosnia, aye.
I swear. It is. I'm not lying there. Sorry if you're from Bolton, anybody, but it's a fucking shithole and it's full of dickheads. You might not be a dickhead, but it's full of dickheads.
Natural's still about, I think, Ant. I'm not sure, though.
I'm not sure.
I was speaking to Natural the other day.
Where I'm from, we say Bolton. Bolton. You're not from Bolton, are you? Al? Shit. You'll be nice part of Bolton, though, if it's the same place. Bolton's lovely, yeah, way out. Do you know when you get on when you're out of the town?
Bolton.
Order in Bear Britain's hypocrisy. Wonderful morning, my lovelies. Great picture. Have you seen picture on it?
Yeah. You know,
Hitler BBA. A Hitler BBA.
If you pay attention, you actually see who a lot of these accounts like that are.
Yep. A lot of them are set up on the exact same day or within a week each other.
Yep. Use similar emojis. Quite entertaining.
Like my latest trolls, already somebody's outed 18 accounts of theirs. 18.
Well, I've got a feeling that one, with you saying they're like roughly around the same emoji, it kind of looks like fucking Master Ron.
Close, very close.
Not Master Ron, sorry, the other Ron.
No, not the other Ron.
Do you know the thingy, the crazy Ron? It's all right, but it's all right.
Is it the Do-Run Run?
The Do-Run.
No, Ron.
Mrs. Day's video, the Do-Run, run, the Do-Run, run.
Hey, I tell you what, Chris, if you keep singing on these lives, I'm going to have a greatest hits coming soon.
Oh, mate, I'm telling you. I'll be
What?
fucking touring the world, mate. Touring the world.
Yesterday, you can ring me bell.
Can ring my bell. That was
Yeah,
fucking
it was-
fucked, mate.
Uncle Ron, that's the one, Leah. That's who it kind of looks like, Uncle Ron.
Didn't forget the Hillbilly Brothers on the videos.
Yeah. I've got to admit that one, the easy dig increased me up this morning.
Oh, he's a guy for America, fucking going a guy called Blaze's channel.
Yeah.
He's easy as sound as hell, mate. He's into the metal detecting, so I've tried to hook him up with pork chops kind of crew and that as well. Because there's a couple of Americans for that kind of.
Mrs. Meatball, that was a long time ago, that wasn't it? I'm not joking.
It's good to see I go back from his mission.
Well, he's been getting debriefed by MI6, supposedly.
Digging a shelter.
It's not going to be easy digging. But, nah, I got to maybe make a few wee appearances here and there.
Yeah, man. You need next time you get a live up, you want
But it's hard to do the voice for so long, man, and then speak the next day, eh?
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're younger than me, Mrs. Meatball.
when I was doing the videos, I had a Skype meeting the next day, and I'm like,
I've got a question. Does
Yeah.
I wear socks with sliders?
socks and sliders. It could be a BBA. I go, fuck yeah, socks and sliders. I go, like.
Do a video for when he gets back.
Yeah, he's not on tomorrow, is he? He said because of his
No, he's
birthday.
a couple of days away for his birthday celebration, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did he say he was going in Blackpool? I think something like that.
Mrs. BBA's taking Blackpool.
You know, he should invite Fish out for a pint.
Oh, aye, Official and Agent X would be fucking brilliant.
Can you imagine that? Oh, that'd be better.
The big birthday cake comes out and Official jumps out the taffy.
Fuck that.
You'd soon see him go white.
Not a chance I'd throw up in corner, mate.
Be running.
That's without beer as well. That's without beer. I'd throw up without beer.
It'd be funny as fuck, though.
I used to live in Blackpool. I used to go out in Blackpool a lot. I used to go every now. Cop watching no balls. Let me just smoke this bong, guys.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, it's not a bong. I'm not smoking a bong. Sorry.
No, what you're smoking, Matt, is something that comes through your bum.
You're smoking bone.
You're just practicing your blowjobs on the bum.
A bong. Blow bong.
He's bungalonga.
Yeah. Sucking on some pipe.
Piss off.
See, I was just you're going to laugh in a minute.
I almost lost it. When you're supposed to suck the fucker, I was blue down it.
That's a blowjob. isn't it?
Lego. That's a great question, Leg. Oh, I was going to ask that question. Where the fuck is Mr. Deegan?
Mr. Deegan is floating about, but he's not really. You know what I mean?
Conform. We've already covered all that shit. And moved. So why are you coming back and bringing it up? You said what you said. You don't need to face it.
Well, I understand.
Take a massive suck, Blackburn. Piss off it. It's the snipper. Piss off. Sounds a bit mad coming from a guy. Take a massive suck of that.
Yes.
What did rephrase? Although I was talking to Mr. People at the time, any of you know myself. Yeah. It's getting to the point of exploitation of that poor girl. She should not be mentioned anymore. If she were watching, that's another good point, Leah. That is a fucking another fucking banging point. If she were watching, And that's not to I will never conform. That's to everybody. Everybody, wherever it's ever been mentioned, yeah, wherever it's ever been mentioned, including the fucking horse's mouth that it's come from. Just think, if your fucking daughter's watching or sees this, do you think she'd be appreciated that everyone knows? That's all I've got to say.
I don't think she would. That's like, it's not even an invasion of privacy. It's like getting rid of the whole concept of privacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't be happy. I'll tell you now. I wouldn't be happy. Like if it was like if I was their daughter, you know what I'm saying, and then obviously everyone knows. Fuck that shit.
People should
I thought
Yeah.
we'd moved on from that anyway.
I know. I did until I saw it in the chat, I'll be honest.
Rude on Society X, not even a hell. I know I missed Society X's to be fair. Like fucking, they were live earlier, and I had to fuck off because someone went live, and I can't remember who went live. BBA.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I don't know where he's gone, Lego. I don't mind Mr. Deegan, but if he's like, don't get me wrong, he's got a wild sense of humour, that Mr. Deegan, and he does say some fucking controversial shit.
Bro,
I'm not gonna lie.
I think when you call somebody a human condom, that's a bit.
Yeah.
And then make fucking a racial comment to do with somebody's parents and the parents' dad, and one joke is way below the line. Like, that is fucking racist. But don't get me wrong, the way you worded it would probably fucking get a lot of people saying it wasn't racist. But again, it's the kind of cancel culture that got fucking comedians put off.
Well said, Lego. Lego's right there. He or she. Sorry, I'm presuming it's a he. Deegan's a cunt, but he's the first to say so. I've got a funny. I don't know why, but I've got a funny feeling that Lego. I might be wrong, Lego. Don't get. You know what I mean? You've not been around long. What I've seen. I think maybe you are one of them. I don't know why, but I might be wrong.
Wants to conceal their identity while still coming over here so they don't get banned over there. Is that what you're suggesting?
Oh,
I don't know. I might be wrong. Like, but I honestly don't. I'm not saying you are. Just don't take offence to it either or a gate. But I just think there's more to Lego than Let's On.
Yeah, there's more to a lot of people than me let on, man.
Oh, one of them. No, I don't mean one of them as in a nasty thing. I meant like I meant that wrong. Yeah, see, that's what's made me even convinced even more now.
And see,
all of them. As in, yeah, like the group, as people say, the fucking Disco Divas. That's what I mean. I don't have Discord, so I wouldn't ever know.
Take it easy, you watch.
But sorry, Lego, if you're not. I do apologise. You're not, but I do think you are. I might be wrong though. I don't know. Fucking instinct is the sense of something. Big up Nigel Roger in the chat.
Have you been sucking on that pad too much?
I'm at about 3 tonight, mate. So like, but I might be wrong. Who came up with that name? Discord Evils means now saying I'm not one of Discord, but I'm not. Means yeah, I get you, Lego. See it is the bang on. Means now saying I'm not. They're right there. They could say they're not all day long, and people could still say they are.
No,
but I'm not.
Man, I use Discord. I do. I'm in bed. Same place as Master Runners, so he can't say much, can he?
Well, let's be serious. The amount of channels out there that have Discord. Loads of different communities. Near enough every one of them.
Okay,
every one of them is monetized channel has a Discord.
If I remember right, part of its origins were from gaming, because that's where I found out about it. When I used to do gaming streams with a couple of lads.
Lego, when you say I do find him funny, right? Do you not find any? Do you not find him very controversial? Though? I've said this myself, bro. Do you not find him controversial? Some of the things that he can say. And take care, mate. Take care, Smee. Sorry, UK Media Watch. I think you're off, aren't you? Take care, brother. Massive respect, mate.
I've got your problem, Matt. I've got fucking dodgy lighter.
My lighter's chilling at the minute, lad. Chilling.
Yeah, mine, then. I'm going to have to go find one.
I think dog's brilliant. I'll let you go and find a lighter. Discord doesn't have a safe firewall. I think it's just dodgy. It's a toxic group, man. It's same as that Telegram when that started. That ended up that was all right to start off with, but ended up fucking toxic, and you ended up with fucking people like that Jack and GMM. And you know what I mean? And it got kept apparently secret, but every fucker knew about it.
Well, let's be serious. I've never done the Discord and stuff, but it's only as vile and horrible as you allow it to be. You know what I mean?
I'm not easily shocked. I expect most to be cunts, at least Deegan admits it. I expect most to be cunts. But most people aren't, though. That's the thing. Most people maybe are. Maybe the cunts in the sly way, in the nice way, maybe. I get what you're saying, but... And I'm not saying Mr. Deegan is a cunt at all. But the controversy... I'm not... Yeah, he isn't. I wouldn't say he is a cunt at all. I just think he's controversial in what he can say. He's not on the same wavelength as Crinkle, don't worry. But... I just think he can say something. I don't know.
Well, let me tell you something about like where I'm from, Matt. Like, if you're from Glasgow, you're a Glaswegian. If you're from Fife, you're a Fifer. If you're from Dundee, you're a Dundonian. If you're from Aberdeen, you're Aberdonian. If you're from Edinburgh, you're a cunt for Edinburgh. Where's Jotha?
Yeah. I don't get his comment there. First, 1 second. What was that then? First I've ever heard of Discord was BuzzTex. Meant now, as I said, to say I don't even know what it is, but I don't. Bollocks. Bollocks. Come on. I'm not saying you don't know about it, but everyone's heard of Discord, surely.
What are you shouting bollocks at?
He said he's never heard of Discord.
To be honest, a lot of people probably haven't, you know.
I never heard of it until everybody was talking about the Buzz one.
Discord is great, even the police have groups. Discord's shit, Inspector Get Us. Good to see you as well. But he's really right. I'm fucking honest. Heard of it, but never used it. Oh, right. Yeah. I get you like that.
AC, it's not full of people being bitchy. A lot of people just use it to keep in touch on a private level, like. But there is, I'd say, 80% of bitchiness that goes on back there.
I didn't think it was to the extent of people clipping shit off here and then going to Discord and playing it in groups and shit and working out little fucking army strategies and shit.
Of course it is. People's mentality is not going to change because they're on a different platform.
Yeah,
but I didn't even think it was to that extent on here. Never mind Discord. Because I swear to God, I don't. When people might think, that I go looking for like certain shit and that, right? I don't go looking for anything. It just falls on my fucking lap. You know what I mean? Half of the time. I've never once gone looking for it, or it's been sent. So I don't see the bitchiness and the teaming up and shit going on. I'm not in no team.
You know why it gets so toxic in places like Discord and that? Because you find a lot of people that have the same mentality and the same thing about they don't like the same person. They end up in rooms where like 8 or 9 of them, or even more. And it's more, some servers are more toxic than fucking YouTube itself. Honestly, I'm like Ant, only in a couple of small groups, and it isn't. You know what? I think 2 of the groups I'm in are for gaming. That's nothing to do with auditing, and the other one, it's where I post links instead of fucking having to scroll to people's about pages and copy them. So when I'm modding on my phone, I can just switch between apps and copy.
Is that actually Vega? Is that Vincent Vega in chat?
I don't
Inspector Vega.
Vincent normally comes in under his own name, doesn't he?
I'm sure he changed his name, though. I'm sure he changed his name for some reason. I had it in my head that he might have changed his name.
And I wouldn't think he'd come in with the eyes either.
No, there's I'll be honest, normally the eyes is a sign of the divas.
Usually that was like a Joe. And
like the watching.
Yeah. AC, just Xbox stuff, bit of Call of Duty, bit of Ark, stuff like that.
You see, he plays any game that's got Rammstein in the background, mate.
Yeah, 1 sub. Yeah, it's not Vincent. 1 sub.
To be honest, I've been last couple of weeks playing Call of Duty Cold War with Nutter and Grit. That's quite entertaining at night. You never normally hear them.
You can grow up, the lot of you, I think. That's what I say. Like.
Why?
Fucking playing games at your age.
Hey, it's a nice distraction from everything else, man. Just being once the kids are in bed or settled down, just being able to sit there and chill. Can't beat it.
I just can't stand them, me. I'm not gonna lie, I can't. But maybe that's because we weren't allowed them as kids, and we just had to play fucking Manhunt and go outside and that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Manhunt was an amazing game,
and that does happen. It's happened quite regularly over the last 8 months.
Big up Jake away there. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you there.
But that's not what they do, mate. What they do is they don't all turn up at once. According to Vincent, who outed them all for it, is that they're already watching and wait for one person to go up. So they wait for somebody to grow some minerals and a backbone, and everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
Yep.
So they're already there. It's not like they're phoning each other up. They're already
here. They're already here now watching. No doubt.
You know what? I don't give a flying fuck if they're sitting here watching. And the funniest thing about it, they actually think that I sit there throughout their whole live to clip bits. I don't. I actually set the recording up and go to bed. And then and I generally set a 12-hour recording limit. So
he's clipping while it's clipping.
Yeah. And if my recording messes up, I use a handy little website to download the whole live stream, so it doesn't matter.
See, the thing is, right, for them, they need to come in every live to watch stuff. And then you've got Nigel, you, Dejected, and 50-year-old gamer. Like, cheers, I'll just get you guys' views. I'm not even interested in their channels. You know what I mean? So they're getting like 10 channels of viewing that, and then they're getting one.
Yeah, Legos just said it. Everybody's being clipped now by someone. It's mad. You're not going to miss anything on your days, guys. You could miss a week off here, and you'd still fucking get your full week's worth.
And you know the best thing about it, right? I don't even have to sit and watch the live for the clips. All I have to do is just do my normal daily stuff where I nip on YouTube, check a channel, and somewhere someone's talking or mentions what they said in last night's live. So all I have to do is scroll through and go, oh yeah, there's that person. Let's see what was said, see if I can use it. It's easy, man. And they absolutely hate it. Because, how many times do we hear them scream, context? Well, there is no context to some of the stuff you say. Why do you think...
Inspector Vega, can you say something you mate? Sorry, Ginge.
That's a bit. So you mentioned that the other night. They're just trying to be someone there.
Inspector Vega, you talk about. clipping is a tut-tut. Well, is it because YouTube offer it on their fucking a lot of channels now? There's actually
Who
a
mentioned
specific
it?
one.
Master Ron. Master Ron mentioned it.
Yeah. But this is the irony of it, right? Master Ron complains about clippers, but look on his page, there's at least 4 clips that he's done himself. Wait, that shit out.
Fucking hypocrisy.
You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. And
Well,
why do you think,
The thing
because-
is, though,
What?
clipping's been happening way before the Disco Diva started beef with everybody and all that stuff. So
YouTube's got its own clipping setting, for fuck's sake.
it's on a lot of channels. It's not on every channel and every video of that, but it's on a lot.
Yeah, big up CCTV user. Yeah, man, we get that, but if we're just taking the piss, you know what I'm saying, about some guns comments. We're not taking the piss out of copyright. I mean, YouTube, I love you.
The whole thing, you can't actually get your channel shut down for copyright if you use the footage in a certain way.
I've got loads. I've got about fucking 20 copyright claims, mate, for videos.
You have to take that footage and make it your own.
Well, that's it, because they kindly covered the tracks for the reaction channels and stuff and told them a certain way to do things so they can avoid copyright. YouTube actually told them how to do it.
Yeah, still here, hypocrisy, but you got a shout out. Big up hypocrisy.
I didn't call you, Ant. I was responding to something like, let me see. Yeah, that's what it was when you said big up the Clippers, I say. Well, we're actually, Ron labelled us, and we love the label. I think it was Rat Clipping Cunts. And that's why at the end of my name, there's a little rat and a movie board. I'm taking it to the...
Oh, that Inspector fucking Jitters. He's put loads of people didn't even clip me assaulting audit in Wales. They just used the whole video. I lost my job. 30k people calling me a dickhead.
Yeah, Chubby's okay, man. Lego. Seems cool enough, man.
Fucking hell, you guys. You're fucking crazy. Some of the shit you come up with. The fucking crazy names you come in with as well. You're fucking nuts, man.
Did you see the latest one for Bear? Slide sock audits.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did see that, yeah. Because he's with me, though. He's with me, bro. He fucking agrees with fucking socks and sliders. He wants to see people's feet. Feet is the worst thing of a human, man.
It's like when I used to chase you and Peanut round as Secret Squirrel. I was a piss.
When what? What did you just say then? You used to chase us round as Secret Squirrel. Is that what you just said then?
Yeah.
You little bastard. That was you all along.
Yeah, man.
How did you know what?
Go on, brother. What? You should never tell me that. I don't like being told who people are. Me. I like the secrecy. You fucking you did good with Secret Squirrel.
Chasing your nuts. I did it with. I got Peanut. I got Peanut that much, right? That one day he was on a live, and I jumped into his live, going, "Oh, that's cousin Steve's tree. I know where you are now." Within 30 seconds, he's like, "You're not going to get my nuts, you little fucker," and started tucking his trousers into his socks while he was on the live.
I didn't understand how people didn't know what that one.
I didn't ever click on that it was you. Did you come in as yourself as well on this in any same lives?
Yeah, I was flitting between the two on my phone.
You bastard. You bastard.
You know the funniest thing about it as well, there was a few people that knew who I was.
I didn't have a clue like Mrs. Meatball then, but what? I think what Matt didn't know. No, I didn't. Didn't have a fucking clue.
Matt, see what you did know? You were trying to speak to him like he was a new person as well, so it's no just like he was.
That's the thing, clearly. You all know. Exactly. There's no. I couldn't bullshit and say, "Oh, I knew," and act like I did. I didn't have a fucking clue, bro.
See, as I told everyone, I am a sarcasm troll. Now people may
You got me there, mate. You did well there, I'll tell you that. Everyone messes up the
The only person I haven't managed to get it past yet is Chris. He normally picks up on it within about the first 3 messages.
I've had a couple of the other ones that you've done as well.
Mm.
What? So you end up doing them, and then you'll get a message off Chris saying, "I'm on to you."
Yeah,
Very much.
that's normal. Or he'll drop a comment in the chat, and my lady will go, "I think Chris is on to you," and I'm like,
I'll say something sneaky to Mrs. M.
Yeah.
You bastard.
I'm not
You got me there. I thought I was onto it, me. Like, you're going to be other people, aren't you? But I bet you've been other fuckers, haven't you?
Nah, honestly, I've only been.
Have I give you a mod? Have I give you a mod on Secret Squirrel?
No.
Which is shocking because he wasn't disrespectful, Matt. What are you playing at?
Secret Squirrel was sick. I loved Secret Squirrel. Secret Squirrel was sick. He was on the same lines as Pippa System.
Yeah, that's not me. I've only got
Pippa System. You need to bring Secret Squirrel. I can't even say it now. Squirrel back.
There'll be a reappearance of something at some point. It's like that.
Honestly, I buzzed off it so much, and you even like you fucking played on my buzziness off Secret Squirrel as well. Like,
it's like the other day when fucking Andrew J was ripping Bear about him always eating. I went and changed it quick to Bear's big belly and got my thumbnail of this guy's big stomach. Winding him up. He knew who it was though. Bear Cotton's on pretty quick.
Me, bro, you little bastard. I'll click on next time, hopefully.
We'll see. I'll give it.
I know you're gonna do it again. I know. We'll see. I'm probably already fucking being duped already, bro.
No, not yet.
The key is not to pay attention to everything that's going on. The key is to pay attention to what you're actually in and around, and that's how you'll figure all these things out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you become Secret Squirrel?
I don't know. I was just bored.
There must have been something said to become a squirrel.
No, I was just bored one night. And if I remember right, Secret Squirrel was a cartoon character, wasn't he? If I remember right. I think it might have been. And it just popped.
Well, unless it was back in 60s, probably. I don't know.
And I think it was when I was, that was probably what it was. I was going in Peanuts Live a lot. And that's probably where it came from, when it being Peanuts. Because he used to put his background and everything as Peanuts for me. Every time he'd see me in the chat, he'd be like, "Oh, not this little fucker again."
Take care, Leah.
Take care, Leah. Take care, Leah. Much love.
I thought Secret Squirrel was maybe Stevie Bowman to start with.
Where is Stevie Bowman? Good fucking point, that. I've not seen Stevie Bowman for time, me.
I saw him, I think it was the beginning of the week. He nipped in Cesspit, but I haven't seen him since.
Same with Ralphie Lad. Where's Ralphie Lad as well?
Yeah,
Ralphie Lad come back.
I bet that was 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. It was a cartoon, 1965. I'm not that old though, but
I thought it was in the 60s. I weren't taking piss out of your age then, by the way, when I said it. I was actually being genuinely serious.
You did that with your community post, you knob. Even though you got it wrong the first time and got me a year younger.
Yeah, but you made it out. You made me correct. So you kind of ripped yourself, bro.
A year younger is better than being 60.
Well, I don't mind. You know, my lady and my auntie had me convinced I was 3 years older than I was for about 12 months.
I reckon you've had a rough paper round. That's all it is.
Yeah, it is, man. And even forehead ironing out like Futo.
Like Futo, is that what you said then?
Yeah. You've seen his Klingon avatar, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron his forehead out.
I watched Futo, me. It was in what's it called? Like Greenhouse, not Greenhouse, but like, you know, what sells loads of shite. That's all I can say it was. It was statues of garden crap. A garden shop, I think it was. And
Did
he did a
Futo
little
go in yeets, Matt?
The what? Sorry.
Was Futoid, did he never go into like Yeats channel and stuff like that?
Yeah, he goes
The
on
slow
American
burner
channels.
stuff, eh?
He was a Buzz fan, weren't he? I don't know if he still is.
Nice one, Titan. There is an email on me about page if you want to fire it that way.
Blackburn's World Titan has put you. What? Titan has put you. Big up, Titan. I didn't even know you were back, brother. Titan has put me well. I noticed that. I clicked that. Oh, Mr. Meatball, I clicked that Ryan saying he's a woman beater for you, mate. Well, do you want to share that video? Do you want to share it?
Where is it?
Chat. Can you share it? Have you got? You're on your finger, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah.
Titan, put the link up, bro. Titan's put up another video.
See, now that's another question I wanted to find out about. Was that after he'd been found guilty of what he'd done? Or what he was accused? I'm not even going to use what he was accused of, but what he'd done, because he was found guilty, so, you know.
Well, in regards to when he got his kids taken off him.
Yeah, I assume that after.
Yeah. I wanted to ask him about that as well, to be fair. The link's in chat.
So that makes it... I was going to say, I've got it ready in a sec. That makes it even more fucking dodgy, because, you know, if it shows almost fucking that kind of behaviour, doesn't it? What are you drinking, Chris?
Mr. Meatball, it kind of shows me that I can learn.
Well, I've just realised it's like 20 to 3 and I'm up in 2 hours, 20 minutes, so a tiny monster. Just
fair play.
I'm going to bed, quick, no?
Don't tell my lady, she'll want you to pour it through the screen.
I'm ready when you are, mate.
Yeah, man, let me just queue it up. Been a while since I've done that.
What time are you up, Chris? You've not even been in bed, bro.
Nah, I have. I was at my bed last night. No, I reckon, man. I think what day it is anyway.
Just let us
bring it on now.
No,
I only sleep like 3 or 4 hours a night, man. And then sometimes
seriously, yeah.
And then I'll catch up maybe like 2 weeks. I'll fucking sleep for about 12 hours solid.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, man.
He looks like a fucking creep anyway, yeah?
Hi everyone. Yeah, just wanted to
have you got audio?
A few things off my chest and everything.
Yeah, it's playing.
You're welcome to join if you want.
So I haven't got it on mine.
I wasn't planning to come on tonight, but I wanted to get a couple of bits off my chest and get a few things just off my chest because I want to be going into tomorrow with a bit of a clear head. So yeah, guys, I'm just a bit stressed today, to be honest, after a comment that I saw yesterday, but I will get to that. I'm hopefully not going to have that same problem as I had yesterday. But yeah, no, fingers crossed, everything's going to go well today. Yeah, it's one of those days today, to be honest. It's too. Anyway, things I want to get off my chest. Well, I'm getting a bit sick and tired of people leaving stuff in the comments and not prepared to come to my face, come onto a live, come onto any of this, and how do I put it? And not actually come on, talk about their problems, and then kind of just wanting to hate. And
yes, first.
If you've got a problem with something, or you've got a problem with someone who's doing something, They know who they are, and like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie about shit. Yeah, right. This was like about what 6 years ago now. Yeah, right. I was just as bad as what my ex was. She was hitting me, and I was hitting her. It was a toxic relationship.
Yeah. Well, the way I look at
And,
that,
and you know what? I got myself out of it in the end, right? And do you know what? But the worst part of it was is that we lost our son over it. And do you know what? I really regret that now. And since, like I've said to AJ, since I've moved up to Hertfordshire, I've had not much problems. I've literally just stuck at my own thing, doing my own thing, and being in my own little world.
Yeah.
But I think, like with me, it was a bit different because I had an abusive father anyway. And I'm not using that as an excuse because there's no excuse for hitting a woman anyway. There is no excuse. It's diabolical. But I think it didn't help that I had a bad upbringing where my dad used to beat my mum up and he used to drink and take me down the pub at the age of 1, 2, you know.
Yeah, no, I've never hit a woman.
No, but now, right, this is the weird thing, right? People now call me a fucking...
That's a cop-out.
What's the word when you... The word I'm looking for. They say that I'm a hypocrite, yeah, right? Because I used to hit women, right?
Go on.
Right. Using this hitting an abusive dad fucking scenario, right? Anybody that's 35 fucking and older has probably had a dad that's fucking battered the fuck out of them at least one time in their life. So that's a cop-out. Now, he's talking about, right, because he's saying a lot here. That's why I've asked you to pause it, bud. What does he mean? We lost our kid. We lost our kid. But were they fighting that much at the fucking a bairn died in the womb or something? No, I lost my kid like as we were separated. We lost our kid. Or has it been taken off him by the social? Because of that toxic.
I still don't think there's any sort of responsibility there with him saying we lost our kids.
No, everything's blaming somebody else. He's blaming his dad, he's blaming his missus.
Yeah.
And this is the other thing as well with the whole, my dad was abusive. Well, guess what? My dad was abusive and I've never put my hands on a fucking woman.
Snap.
Yeah. Exactly that, mate. Exactly that.
Individual person, how you take that and then move
on.
But
when he said that, though, that kind of made me think with him having that offence as well, that sexual offence. In what way did his dad fucking abuse him? As it can't, do you know what I mean? I might be completely off the fucking wrong end of the stick, do you know what I mean? But in what way? As it kind of fucking sticks, as it stuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we see. So Society X has just been porn bombed.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out, brother. Nice one. But yeah, we'll carry on.
Yeah, man.
Now, I'm a hypocrite when I see someone else hit a woman and I'm backing a woman and I'm going to knock the shit out of a bloke who does it. And I'm a hypocrite.
Well, the way I look at it is, if it's in the past, it's in the past.
Yeah.
Same as Gypsy. I know what he's done.
Yeah.
But I've met him. I've met him twice now and I've spoken to him off the phone.
Yeah.
Here. And I'm not being funny. He could be an arsehole, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but then who can't?
He's a nice guy. He is a nice guy. People tell me that he's a cunt, he's this, you shouldn't trust Gypsy. Gypsy will steal off of you. And I think, well, he hasn't done it yet.
No.
If he does it to me, there'll be a big matter.
Yeah, and that's another thing, what I don't like. You don't judge a book by its cover.
No, I totally agree with you on that.
There is no cover, though. It's an open book.
Yeah. And I know I was raising my voice there, but that just really annoys me, though, Cop, because it's like you do not judge a book by its flaming cover until you fucking the right information. You don't judge anybody. You haven't got a right to judge them because you don't know what they've had happen to them in their childhood.
The other thing is,
the problem is people like that who try to attack people over a keyballs.
No worries, Chris.
That's not right. And, you know, and to be honest, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it or anything. I'm just going to come out with it. They know who they are. If they've got something they want to say, come on my live, talk to me, and we'll have this out one-on-one. It doesn't matter to me, but don't be behind a keyboard telling me that I'm on benefits and everything, and I'm a benefit scrounger and everything, and expecting me not to come on tonight and react. Because, A, you don't know nothing about me. So, if you want to come at me, come at me. But at least come onto my live and make it a bit more entertaining so we can actually have it out. And you know who you are because you haven't just done it to me. You've done it to other people who I know as well.
Well, he's all fucking... all bravado, a bit of mouthy there, I think, because I've called him out for the interview and he's fucking changed his mind. Is it me with feedback?
No, it was me. Sorry, I was having a listen through my phone. It's... yeah. Okay, I won't call him a benefit scrounger. I'll call him a domestic abuser and a sex offender. There we go then. Because that's self-admitted, is it not?
Nix has just come in. Good seeing Nix as well. Much love. She goes, who was that? Russell Brand. The fucking almost Russell Brand.
Nix. Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Nix, if you don't know who that is, yeah, you don't want to know. You've missed a lot. You don't want to know. I'm grateful I have an illness that can't be faked. CCTV user. I'm using a pit keyboard to type on. I'm grateful I have an illness that can't be faked. That's a joke there. I don't get it. I'm lost. Just been doing the syringe relay for the dust. What?
I'll be honest. I'm a bit concerned that if I actually do use any of his clips, you know, the sort of people that sub to my channel, there are a lot of fucking pitters.
Yeah. I think he was a bit... I think he's a bit worried about what sort of response he's going to get. But can you fucking kind of blame it, what sort of response he's going to get?
Well, bro, when you openly admit that on fucking YouTube you've been found at whatever age that you've been found fucking guilty of, what was it, sexual assault?
Yeah, sexual assault, yeah. And you're too young to be put on the register. It's fucking wrong, man.
And you admit that you fucking beat your missus up, and yes, she may have beat you, but I don't care. You know, my lady could lie to 10 shades of shit out of me. The only way I'm putting hands on her back is to either push her off or fucking try and restrain her as in grabbing her wrist.
Do you know how I'd have seen that? Do you know how I would have seen it, Mr. Meatball? I'd have seen it as never ever lay a fucking hand on the woman, right? And look after your kid. If she's the fucking one that's the domestic person and you can be the bigger person and not be, yeah, look after the kid, walk out, get away, make the kid safe.
Well, that's what I mean when I say, like, obviously pushing her off me or try and restrain her. Yeah. That's it. I wouldn't fucking right hook her back or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Because you don't do that shit. You fucking get away from them as soon as you can, even if you feel like lashing out, man.
Yeah, bang on. You just fucking get out of there, innit? Get out of there, make your children safe. Then if he did that, his kid would never have been taken off him.
Well, Nix...
it'd have been more of a chance to not get taken off him. So obviously they're either both as bad as each other or there's something else gone on or the kid's been injured, maybe.
Yeah.
I hope it's not another fucking hidden from the fucking public eye anyway. That's all I've got to say. I'm not saying it is, by the way, guys. Far from that. But I'm just hoping the kid didn't get hurt.
How do you measure wrongness? Look what he did when he was 15.
There's no level. There is no level of it, to be fair. It should all be in one bag and fucking expelled from... Oh, is it expelled? The one where you fucking leave completely? Yeah, and
banished.
expelled and banished. Yeah, they should have been gone.
Yeah. You know, you'd think as well, though, after if you, and this is the other thing, right? This is what makes me wonder. He was 15 when he got done with sexual assault, and he got found guilty. And clearly later, 6 years ago, he said, was it?
Yeah.
He's beating his missus and she's beating him. Well, clear, you know, if I'd have been done for that at the age of 15, I certainly wouldn't be laying another fucking hand on a woman in any way, shape, or form again.
Yeah, you're right. And it's not just been going on over like a night or two for the kid to be taken off either. I reckon it's been going on for fucking ages, bro.
Yeah, because they have to be able to fucking prove that shit, and that. So he's probably got charges for domestic abuse as well. In that case,
Mrs. Meatballs made a comment. He was clearly beating her. My ex-stepmom was abusive, and social gave him an ultimatum: his wife or his kids. His wife or his kids, and he chose his kids. He wasn't given that option then.
yeah, because they do that as well, don't they? If you're in a toxic relationship, they'll give like the parents an option to.
Oh yeah, I'm going to say this now. I'm going to say it, and because I don't really speak to her because of this, right? I've got a sister, me, right, and she chooses a fella over her kids every fucking time. A kids, yeah, are with a mum, and a mum's mum. That's where her kids are, right? And she chooses a fella every single fucking time. If she got rid of a fella, she'd have a chance of getting her kids back. And the reason she got her kids taken off her because of the fella. And not because of the fella's done anything to the kids or even to her. It's because of his past.
In it.
So because of his past, man.
Even that, it's like, well, hang on. Why did, assuming the kid got taken and he didn't die or something, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Someone mentioned that actually, a baby P. They put baby P incident. Could be right there. Fucking God bless his soul. I don't even believe in God though, but God bless his soul.
And he's clearly moved from where he was originally. Because he says in that, didn't he, when he moved up to wherever it was.
Why do you think he's moved?
Well, it's obvious.
I think people have found out either one, the first thing, the sexual offence. Two, they've either been moved because of a potential comeback of what's ever gone on with the kid.
And it's definitely, you know, I don't even think he needs interviewing. I think he's fucking. What he's said already is enough to
I just think I want to know out of his own mouth. The main question is, does he think he deserves to have a second chance? Or any sort of chance? Not even a second chance, because he's not had any chance from us, do you know what I mean? But does he, I want to know from his mouth, does he think he deserves to be accepted with open arms?
Do you think he deserves it anyway?
Oh, no, I don't do a fuck. But what I'm saying is I want to know his response. That's what because I think he honestly does.
You know what his response is going to be? You could look at that clip there. He justified his behaviour on his upbringing. Well, as many of us will know, we had shit upbringings, but we don't do shit like that. And we never have done shit like that. Yeah. So he's, you know, he's trying to justify it by saying, oh, my dad this, my dad that. Well, he's clearly not fucking learnt, because otherwise he'd be accepting what he'd done and not try and make excuses for it.
Do you know, I'd be the opposite way if my dad did. Well, you know what, I've already said what happened to my dad, but if I had kids, I'd like to keep saying if I had kids, yeah, I'd give my kids everything that my fucking dad didn't. Everything. Even if it left me with nothing, I'd give my kids everything I could. I swear to God. They'd get everything and they wouldn't ever be hurt. They'd be looked after. They wouldn't feel like they have to fucking walk on eggshells around me or anything like that, it'd be bliss. You know what I mean? That's how it should be.
It does. Coming away from him just 2 seconds, and if Cop is about, I don't agree with you on a lot of things, and I've had fucking fallings out in the past. But how come you always find these people? I'm not being,
He's right there. You're right.
Funny with this. You befriended JB, and it came out that JB had got domestic charges. You've been, even though he's been found, all that's gone on, and the not guilty verdicts come back. You got a friend that. Then you got Coco. Now you've got this guy. How the fuck do you end up involved with these people?
I think there's some sort of scent. I really do. I think they must think, because I've said this, me. I'm not going to be nasty. I'm going to try and be as least nasty as I can. Anyway, I think Cop is a bit of a perv. I've said this, right? I can't say otherwise. He's a bit of a fucking perv. I think he's a bit creepy to women. I'm not saying like recently, but what I've seen when I was subscribed to him and that, even creepy to men. Even creepy to men, right? So that's maybe he gives off that sort of creep look. I don't know.
I'm not thinking it. It's just something that
I mean that in the nicest way possible as well.
I've kind of noticed there's 4 people that have all had these dodgy accusations against him, whether it be proven or unproven, that he seems to sort of befriend. I don't know. I can understand the one, where there's no actual evidence, because you have to make your own mind up, don't you? And with no physical evidence or no actual guilty verdict, then everyone's free to make their own mind up. But when you've got guilty verdicts and stuff like that, it confuses me, man.
I get like face nappies he's putting up people in chat. I'm with you all the way, and I'm with you. I'm not one for staying quiet, like, because I'm not gonna lie, I've got a few subscribers off Live Free when he shared me when I was doing audits and that. But I'm not one to sit back and just because anyone's a big name or anything like that. I'm not scared in that sense. Our broad to know I'm not made of glass, right? So I'm gonna say it how it is, and my morals fucking outweigh that anyway, right? So if it is true that Live Free did beat his missus, then he's just as bad as the fucking rest.
Yeah.
That's not been proven. That's not been proven yet, has it?
No.
And in regards to Gypsy Auditor, there was the knife thing. There's no actual mention. I've got to do this as well. There's no actual mention of him stabbing his actual girlfriend, but he stabbed the gentleman involved, or slashed him. So, and I've had my falling out with Gypsy. So I do get that one. And who else was there? Did he say? He mentioned another one. And I didn't know about auditing the Albion, as in because that got done for racial harassment on his missus. I didn't know that. That's new to me.
Face nappies, there is 2 sides to every story. To be honest, there's actually 3 sides to every story, because you've got his version, her version, and the actual truth itself, which, unless you've got CCTV floating around you never actually get the actual truth, do you? But when you've got people that come back, and like this guy that we're looking at tonight, that have openly said they got found guilty for sexual assault, and openly says that he did this to his missus. Yes, she may have done whatever to him, but it still doesn't excuse the behaviour. Then, the truth's there, isn't it, out of his own mouth?
Yeah. Fucking G Love's just gone live. That's mad. This time of morning. I've not seen him live for ages.
Yeah, next we weren't deliberately talking about him, more because of the point that I'd made about how Cop always seems to end up.
Oh, sorry, Nick. Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Fucking end up with these dodgy backstories, whether it be proven, unproven, or not. He does seem to find them, and that's not me trying to cause shit with Cop. It's just it's just a question I want to ask. I'm not being an arsehole by asking it, but I think if it was me that was coming across all these people, then people would say, well, how the fuck do you end up finding them? How, do you know what I mean? How do you end up associating with them?
Yeah, you're right there. Face Nappies has put Albion just called his missus the P word in a text after she robbed his dog. Right. I'll put my opinion on this because, like I say, I didn't know anything about this, right? You know my stance on the P word. I don't like it. I don't like it being used. Yeah, I really don't. But when it comes to me, if it comes to something and my dog, yeah, or in between with my dog and that, I don't know what I'd say. I don't know what I'd say under under them circumstances because my dog is my life. I swear to God. Right, so I might say a lot worse than the P word. I'm not gonna lie. Because my dog's my life. And sorry, Nick. Honestly, I hope I didn't say anything bad about Gypsy. I was trying to keep it nice. To be fair, I thought I kept it nice, but I won't slag him off anymore. Much love, Nick.
I don't think you slagged him off, man. But
big up G Love all day long. Is that actual G Love as well? Because he's just gone live and now he's in my chat. Because I was going to send everyone over to his.
I think it may be.
Can you check for me?
I can't when I've reloaded your YouTube page. I've still got it on that.
Even though it's Glove, I always say G Love me. I always have from the fucking start. Don't know why. Same as Outlaw King. I've never called him Outlaw King when I go into a chat. It's always Chris Brown to me.
Chris did ask a question as well when he'd returned.
Sorry, Chris. By the way, before my battery dies, I was going to ask if is this the guy that slept with his sister or stepsister? Yes, but there's no mention of that. So I'm presuming, is that what he's been done for? I thought that was but it's mention of an alley and all this shit. But that's what I thought it was in relation to the sexual offence. Well, that's what I thought.
It is the right glove, and I'd work off the assumption, it's only an assumption, given the fact if I remember right, he mentioned texts between himself and the individual, that it probably is a different person, because if it was a step sibling, they'd probably be in the same house and not texting one another. But again, it could be a step sibling that lived in another household, so that would be something it'd be worth asking, because then if it was a different person, then that's essentially two things. You know what I mean?
That's one of the questions I was going to ask him as well. Like I was going to say I was going to be straight. I was going to be all right with him to start off with. You know what I mean? But it's gonna. Well, I still am. If it's gonna go ahead next week, but I'm obviously going to be stern. I'm not going to go mad or anything. I'm going to keep it professional in a sense. But that was one of the questions. Like, I need to ask him: was the sexual offence to do with your stepsister?
I don't think he should have a whole fucking week. Not.
I don't.
Because right, it's not going to do him any favors. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, he's been found guilty. So no paperwork he can bring to the table is going to show him to be innocent. So it's a pointless exercise. You know what I mean? So the longer he tries to get this paperwork that's going to show he was guilty anyway, because he got a guilty verdict, it's only giving people more time to speculate and for rumours to go round and everything else. The sooner he gets it out of the way, the better. You know, because let's face it, a week on YouTube, shit, man, he could be a mass murderer by the end of the week. He could have attacked fucking 70 odd women. You know what I mean? He's not going to get any fucking less for him than what he's already said. So he may as well just come to the fucking table, fuck his paperwork. It's only going to show that he's guilty anyway, because that's what the verdict is. And the verdict was based on evidence and whatever paperwork he's going to show.
Yes, Mrs. Meatball, you're bang on, Mr. Meatball. They do know his legal name, but because he was underage, there's going to be no record of him.
There'll be something. there will be something somewhere. It's just whether you can find it or not.
It's that Ryan Teststrain.
Yeah, T strain.
Yeah, like T-strain, yeah. Right.
I was going to say I did have a check on the places I usually
That's
check.
the one.
Find anything.
That's the one, AC Sniffer. Thank you, brother. Inspector Gittors, no, I don't know if you're speaking to someone else in the chat, but we're not on about Ryan Trestain being racist in the chat. It was I was on about auditing the Albion because someone mentioned he was racist to his wife or partner or whatever.
Do you? Oh, is that the stupidest question you've ever typed in? Has anyone tried Googling? Of course I have.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I tried Googling it and nothing come up, man.
As soon as I saw his name, I tried Google it. You won't know me better after 12 years.
As soon as frigging that person come in, do you remember that fucking exposing all?
Yeah.
In my chat.
I
didn't take him on, but I remember Aish putting a comment in my chat going, "You don't want to know what I can't believe what I just read," and then that's when it all fucking blew up, mate. But that come out secretly, like this has come out of the horse's mouth.
Yeah, and that kind of see, I don't know how to take that because you could say, well, he's got. Cause I don't know if
I've got to say, well, no, you've got to say, I've got to say it myself. Yeah, he's got some fucking balls.
Yeah, has he, or is it a lack of remorse and not seeing anything he did wrong?
Or a lack of intelligence.
Because, I think most people, if I can't even imagine being fucking found guilty of anything like that, but I think if I had, I wouldn't want to tell any fucker just because of how it's looked upon. So
that's the thing, though. That's what Cop was saying, but I just don't get that sort of logic. I get it on his part, on Ryan's part, why he'd want to keep it quiet. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't get it on Cop's fucking logic. It's still nagging at me now. I want to know what he meant. I know what he meant, but I want to know what from his own fucking logic. I want to see from his own perspective what he means by that.
See, if from that Ryan's point, I can see why I wouldn't want anyone to know. But from someone else's point, knowing how many females there are in the community and how many vulnerable females there are in the community, why would you not fucking bring that to the attention of anyone?
Yeah,
that's my thing. Do you know what I mean? It's dangerous, that is, because what if he hadn't admitted it and Copper had never said anything? And then 6 months down the line, it comes out that he's attacked someone in the community.
Yeah. And then you'd be ridiculed if you knew, wouldn't you?
Ridiculed?
So people did get ridiculed when they fucking, apparently with GMM, bro, when apparently it had only just come out when Ronnie London, bro. I like Ronnie London, don't get me wrong. He always bigged me up as well, so big up Ronnie London. But he also made it out like no one knew. No one knew about certain things, yes, don't get me wrong. But I fucking knew from fucking months ago when I was in Telegram about it. Loads of people knew. BuzzText knew. Every fucker knew. Yeah, who was in that group, right? So it weren't no secret. And I honestly thought that there was no need to bring it to anyone's attention anymore because I thought everyone's just give it free pass and let him back in.
Yeah.
Seriously, I honestly did think that. I thought everyone knows. So what's the point of me fucking bringing it to attention? And then I was going to bring it to attention, yeah, to Gypsy Auditors panel, and he fucking shitbagged it out, that GMM, and he sent me an email saying what was the questions you wanted to ask me. I said, fucking well the questions I wanted to ask you. You know what I know. You know what everyone else knows. Don't make it out like it was any sort of secret. Do you know what I mean? You fucking did what you did, and I want to know why you did it and why you think you're allowed back in fucking community for it.
This is the thing. Like Chris says, he'll not show remorse if he thinks he's in the right or someone else is to blame for his actions, and he's spot on. He is with that statement. Look at how he tried to justify the domestic with his ex.
I know. And do you know have you noticed who he goes to a lot though as well? He goes to fucking that AJ. Like AJ, like he needs help, like sort of thing. Like help me, get me out. You know, give me the fucking card to get out of here. Timeout card.
I was going to say, who is this AJ? I've not, because his name's AJ Audits in it.
I think so. Yeah, I've not seen him around. But the other thing that's the other point. Whether this was made, whether it was edited or not, I'm fucking sticking to my guns. It wasn't edited. The second video, right? But when there was a mention, of they turned around and said there was like, you wouldn't like to meet a real nonce, right? That's exactly the word, Jay. You won't like to meet a real nonce, and they started giggling with each other. What do you mean by it? Do you know what I'm saying? What are you trying to insinuate? That are you a nonce? Like, are you trying to say like you won't want them to come across you, or a proper predator, or you are a predator in essence? You know what I'm saying? It was confusing, man.
I don't know what make of it, man. I'm going to have to
throwing my head, mate. I'm going to have to watch
2.5 hours on her. Not tonight though, but I'm going to have to catch that because I've got it downloaded just so I can go through it. Something's not right, and it's like that as well. If he goes to this AJ a lot, how much does that AJ know? If nothing had been said, would he have kept it quiet?
Do you know what? I'm gonna be honest here, right? When the part of the video that I watched where that Ryan turns around and he's trying to justify about you can't be on a register, at 15 or 15 years ago, and he goes, can't you not, AJ? And AJ seemed a bit stumped. Like he was a bit shocked.
Well, I haven't seen that bit, but
so I've got to give him that bit, right? So I'm just going off that little bit of like human fucking sensory sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Fucking instinct or whatever you want to call it, gut instinct that he didn't know, but he doesn't know.
Plain devil's advocate, he would have also had the same reaction if he thought, "Fuck, you've just thrown me under the bus."
True, yeah. Never think of it on the other side, yeah. True.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. See, you've just thrown my head even more, you bastard.
I don't mean to, bro, but
you're right, though. You're right, bro. You're fucking bang on. It baffles. It's like a fucking confetti going round in my head, bro. That needs to pop out.
There's one thing for sure, and he is guilty of sexual assault because that's come out of his own mouth.
Yeah.
Whether AJ knew, or is also like him, that remains to be seen because we don't know. Because the reaction you saw, I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, you need to watch that reaction when they say you won't like to meet a real nonce. The giggle between them both. That's what threw me as well.
The giggle was weird. Possibly a nervous giggle because they both won, but it could also be like a laugh of, well, why the fuck are you asking me that kind of thing? Do you know what I mean?
It seemed more, the giggle seemed more of like they're looking at each other and giggling.
Yeah.
I swear. I'm not going to say otherwise because it's out there to see. It's on Detective. I think it's either on mine now, isn't it? That one. I think it's on mine, that one.
I was going to say, is it all from the same stream?
Also from the same stream, yeah.
Yeah.
Or different. Yeah, I'm sure it's from the same stream, yeah.
I got the one where Cop was interviewing him.
Remember what I asked earlier about the way the sex offenders register works? It's not what we all think it is. No, I know, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's wrong, though. It's bullshit. The sex offenders register, right? I'd like to fight for this. This is the sort of shit that people should be fighting for. Yeah? That the sex, I know, don't get me wrong, people can be put on the sex offenders register for the slightest thing. For instance, like pissing in the street when they're pissed up. You know, I've got a mate, he ran across a fucking football pitch street and got put on fucking sex offenders register because there were kids about. Swear to God, right? You know what I'm saying? But when you have admitted to an offence like he has admitted to, yeah, right, that needs to be a person on the fucking sex offenders register for life.
Now, what you have to look at, though, as well, you know, there's reasons that it works in the way it works. Because when you look at how many politicians and famous people and people with money get accused of these sort of crimes, there's loopholes there for a reason. They're not for general public to use. They're for the people with money to use.
Yeah,
to
I was going to say that. Fucking right, bro. You're right.
And that's why...
They're not even loopholes, bro. It's fucking money holes, they might have been called.
Yeah, but the more general population are known as loopholes, won't they?
Yeah,
you know,
that's what they might as well be called, though.
That's why they won't fucking close them. Because they know if they close them, they are then held accountable to the same fucking expectations they hold us to accountable and expect us to be held to. You know what I mean? Because that's why certain sentences for certain crimes are so low nowadays. Because it's almost like they're trying to normalize certain things.
Yeah, you're right. That's sick, that, Chris. I've just read that. It's fucking sick, that. But you can be put on license for life for fucking, like, manslaughter. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever.
And
I'm not saying manslaughter. I'm not saying manslaughter's like as less as a crime as fucking sexual offence, but it kind of is in my eyes. Like, do you know what I mean?
Because, you know, at least manslaughter, whoever you made it, they're gone. They're not living the rest of the life with the trauma that's been caused by a sexual offence. So, to an extent, mentally, it is worse, really, because one, you're dead, you don't know. You know what I mean? The other, you have to fucking live through for the rest of your life.
That's what I'm saying. What happens when there is a victim, right, and they end up taking the life years down the line? Does that person who got done for the sexual offence ever get done for the fact that the person's took the life, or what? Don't think they do they? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I suppose if maybe fucking they left a note stating that the reasons they were doing it was they couldn't live with what had happened or been done to them before, then maybe there'd be some sort of case there for it. But a lot of the times, I don't think there would be. I think it'd just be put down to, oh, well, it's another suicide. You know what I mean? We'll never know why they did it. Whereas you do have a point, you know. If it happens as a kid and they go to adulthood and then decide they can't deal with it and take their own life, then really should someone be held accountable for that? Because their actions essentially
caused. Should. Do you? Do you think? I think they should, personally.
Well, yeah. If there's enough evidence to back it, then damn fucking right. Because essentially, you've ruined someone's life, haven't you? You know.
Not if you've had a life sentence. Not if you've had a life for killing or raping a child. Not if you've had life for killing or raping a child. I don't get what you mean. Got to go. Take care, Smee, brother. Take care, my mate. I'm going to be ending it soon anyway, Smee, in about 5-10 minutes. Sorry, Inspector Gitters. I don't know what you mean.
That means I better get ready for a kicking, then.
I need to go to bed, bro. My brother's coming in morning.
Yeah.
You'll be near enough here soon,
yeah. Just as you're ending it.
I know, yeah. It's the statutes of limitation that does it. Can you what's the word? Fucking explain that a bit better. Not if you've had a life sentence. Not if you've had a life sentence for killing. I don't get it. I think there's something in the law that if someone commits suicide after a sexual assault, then the person that committed the assault can be prosecuted. Not 100%. That's a good one. I need to look into that. I'm going to do some research onto that. Yeah, here we go, Inspector. You will stay on the sex offenders register if you've had life sentence. Right. Yeah. I get you.
I bet that if there is something like that my lady mentions, I bet it'll be within a certain amount of time from when the offence was committed, if that makes sense. So say like the offence was committed today, if you were to take your own life, say 5 years down the line, then they could say, oh, well, yeah.
But if you took it after a life sentence worth of time.
Yeah,
maybe. Do you know what I mean? Where you get like 16, 18 years or whatever it is. If it was 20 years later, would they convict you?
And to be honest, if there's the evidence to prove it, if the person's been through like all the help they can get and they still feel the need to go and do that because they can't take it mentally, then yeah, damn right, you should be held accountable for it because you wrecked the person's fucking life.
See, it's fuck that, innit? You don't think of stuff like that. And it's probably happened. Well, it has happened. 100% happened. It happened. I know this is completely different, like in regards to sexual assault, but like that Raoul Mort, for instance, that copper ended up killing himself, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The one who got shot in the face.
Yeah.
If Raoul Mort was still alive, would he have been prosecuted for that? Would it have been made up to a murder charge or what?
Because I think with certain crimes, man, because there are like lifelong effects from them, maybe there does need to be something fucking in that way. Because, some people do get over it, but many more that fucking don't. And it stays with them for life. In fact, to be honest, I'll rephrase that because I don't think you ever actually get over something like that. And I don't want my words to get taken out of fucking context.
Yeah, exactly what you mean, though. I've said that before. You never get over it. You just fucking... You persevere, don't you?
You sort of learn to exist, for want of a better description. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're right there, bro. You fucking bang on, brother. But, well, let's hope he fucking turns up next Friday then. I'm just going to have to give it until next Friday because there's no point keep talking about him because we've said what I've said. We all kind of know now.
But, bro, you're not going to be able to avoid it now. You're not going to be able, and this is the thing he doesn't realise. He's now essentially made it 10 times worse for himself by giving the whole of the community 8 days to talk about it, whether it be in chats or behind the scenes in Discords or Telegrams, and come to their own conclusions. Because the paperwork isn't going to prove that he's not guilty, is it?
No, you're right. Well, I'm ready to go whenever so if he was to change his mind and say, look, I'm ready to go now. But it's not, like I say, it's down to fucking cop watcher, giving him his stupid advice. So cop watcher, whatever advice you give him has fucking probably done his fucking downfall, pal.
I didn't say what.
More.
Did cop advise him get paperwork?
Yeah, he advised him to get paperwork, yeah.
But what's the... Oh, for fuck's sake. What is it? What? I don't get why. What? The paperwork... It says guilty. So why tell him go and get something that's already been seen by a judge, jury, or whoever, and they've deemed him guilty on? What in that paperwork is going to say to us while he wasn't guilty?
Yeah, you're right, mate. Inspector, I worked the same way you just said last week. There we go. Graham Marcus just said, guilty is guilty. It's pointless him trying to convince us any different. He's never going to be accepted in the community. He best just shut the channel and walk away because he will be hounded out. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right, bro.
So I don't get what he achieves, what he thinks he's going to achieve by giving paperwork.
That's what I'm trying to think, bro. If there's any sort of fucking underlying fucking problems, I'm trying to do it. I don't want to say the wrong thing here. Like, do you know any sort of learning difficulties? Like, does he understand right from wrong? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Right. Look at it this way. If there were any underlying conditions, whether it be mental health or learning difficulties or anything like that, everything would have been assessed by professionals in a court, whether it be psychiatrists, doctors, mental health professionals. That shit would have been seen by them, and all of that would have made the judgment, wouldn't it? So again, what, even if there are them conditions, why are we going to think otherwise when professionals have looked at it that know the law,
sort of thing? Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And still found him guilty.
Yeah, I get you. Because I don't want to make it sound nasty again. He just doesn't. He doesn't seem the confident or the most sort of person, or the sort of person.
At the same time, that could be just down to what he's talking about, though. That
making him a bit nervous and that
shit, you know what I mean? Because I think I'd be fucking edgy and choosing my words wisely and everything, so I didn't slip up if that's what I'd been found guilty of.
Oh no, Mrs. Meatball, I'm not excusing it at all, but I'm just trying to put that bit, out there as well. In regards to the interview wise, not his behaviour. Fucking hell, I've got a cousin, right, who's got learning difficulties. He even goes to a place like where people with, like, he'll get picked up on a bus and stuff and go to a place where other people are. He's a good lad, you know what I mean? But he knows right from wrong. So I'm just thinking, was he going to be using? I'm trying to get everything across what he might say or might use against it or might use it as an excuse, sort of thing.
Bro, look at it this way: you're gonna blow your own head up trying to figure all that out when everything he could possibly use has already been put in front of a court and they've still found him guilty. Do you know what I mean? There's not what's going to be different now.
Bang on, bro. Like I said, I'll never accept him, mate. That's right. I'll just be doing the interview and I'll maybe say my opinion at the end. That's about it. I won't go low and fucking start calling him names or whatever or dirty whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I won't accept him. I'll never accept anybody that's fucking should have been on a sex offenders register because they were too young. They didn't get put on it. I don't care what. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, unless it's the fact of them fucking streaking across a football pitch, you know what I'm saying? That's different. But what he's admitted to is completely on a different level to that, and I can never accept that. I've kicked out people of not my community, but you know what I'm saying, like my part of the community, my little fucking shindig. Yeah. And for less, definitely for less, bro. Definitely for less.
And I'd be honest, I do think if he still wants to go ahead with this interview and try to prove his innocence, even though he's been convicted guilty, then he shouldn't be doing it on his own channel. Why should we be taking traffic to his channel for a start? You know, he's got 97 subs. So you say fucking 100 people from yours and Bears or wherever go over to his channel, give his channel the traffic for him trying to prove he's innocent for something he's already been found guilty. Get him over fucking here or get him onto fucking wherever and let him put his case across. Because at the end,
you're right though. If he wants to be fucking part of this community, which he never will be, but I've got to say that, right, lad? Yeah, if you're listening, right, I've got to say that, bro. You know what I mean? You'll never be part of this community, and the whole community. No one will ever accept your behaviour, what you've done. There's no justifying it, right? But I just want to get your side across. Yeah, so. Maybe there's no even understanding it. I'm just trying to think of the word that I'm trying to make people aware that there's people like yourself in this community. I've got to say it otherwise. I've got to make people aware of that and what made you do that. I have to. I've got to do it. You're a danger. You're a fucking danger, man.
I wouldn't say anything other than that, especially given the fact that he got done with that at 15 and then 6 years ago. I mean, how old is he now? Do we know?
Well, he said it was 15 years ago. He's like, you can't get put on it when it was 15 years ago. So I'm presuming he's fucking.
So he's
30.
30. So assuming he's 30 now, 6 years ago, he'd have been 24. So he gets done for a sexual assault at 15, then 9 years later, him and his missus lose his kid for domestic abuse on one another. He clearly hasn't fucking learned anything, has he?
No, exactly. It's like it reminds me of the fucking like a cartoon sort of thing, like the fucking, was it Boy Who Cried Wolf sort of thing, but a completely different scenario.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He just didn't fucking learn, bro. Didn't learn at all. Big up argument. Good to see you, mate. Massive respect.
No.
We're talking about pod point audits.
I do think it shouldn't be done on his platform, though. And that's not saying, like, do it here. And people take that as, they're just saying do it on Matt's channel for likes and views. It's like, no, the bigger audience is over here.
See, that's the thing. That's why I was willing to go over there before anyone even opened the mouth, do you know, with that scenario. But like I say, I'll just do a live, like I've got planned, do a live beforehand, and we'll just chuck everyone over. We'll chuck everyone over. We'll give him his little 1 hour fucking viewpoint. And yeah, let's fucking out the bastard. Well, he's already outed himself, but let's literally kick him out. That's what my point is. But I want to do it. I want to do it the right way, bro. I don't want to be classed as a bully. I don't want to be seen as being a bully, even though the guy deserves to be fucking bullied. Come on, but I never would bully anyone. But that sort of person needs to be fucking, I don't know, like fucking thrown fucking dimps at or something. I don't know.
It definitely needs to be made public to the wider community rather than just the few that know about it at the minute. I will admit, especially as it's come out of his own mouth, because, well, that's all the evidence you need. If it wasn't true, it'd be, it's not true.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be fucking auditing with another hidden from the public eye or doing videos with another hidden from the public eye.
No.
I think that's what's made me put myself into gear, you know. Also, I'm not going to lie. I've got to say that. I think that's what's made me fucking think, what the fuck am I doing? There's people that's, you know what I'm saying? There's potential fucking really wrong uns out there, like Hidden and this fucking guy. And I've done a fucking audit. I stayed out 8 hours with the bastard one night doing that homeless night, you know what I mean? And it could happen to any one of you guys, not you, obviously, but I mean any auditor. And you could be auditing with a person like that.
And
you could be going down an alley with a person like that.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say. But Mr. Meatball, anyway, I'm going to fucking end it here, man.
Yes, bro, I'll just fire you a quick message backstage. Just bear with me 2 seconds.
No worries, man. I'll start saying hello. Hello. I'm not saying hello, guys. I'm fucking saying goodbye. Piss off. Mrs. Meatball, much love.
You saw it then.
I even called it, bro, beforehand.
Yeah.
If you remember, I even called it, bro. But yeah, I'll just say bye to everyone in chat first, Mr. Meatball. I'll say bye to you afterwards. Mrs. Meatball, massive love to you. Take care of that. Good night and peace out. Argument, massive respect. Thanks for coming in late. Chris Brown, thanks for jumping up the panel and being here pretty much from get-go. Big respect, brother. Who else is in the chat still? I think everyone's pretty much. Not left. It's still showing 45, but not that anyone's been commenting. Graham Mark, massive respect, Graham. Inspector Gittos, I don't know if I get that right name. Or is it Gittos, Jittos, whatever it is?
Inspector Gitty.
Big respect. Gitty.
Yeah. He's a bit of a git.
A bit of a get. No, they're all right. Big respect. And that's as far as it's. Oh no, Ant. Big up, Ant.
Don't forget.
Big up everybody who's been in. All the sniffers: AC sniffer, glue sniffer, shoe sniffer, bike seat sniffer, hair sniffer,
Glove.
G Love, Spiky Mike, Claire. Fucking hell, I'm trying to think who else. Nix was in as well. Yeah, good shout.
Face nappies.
Face nappies. Oh yeah, face nappies.
Have you mentioned Chris, seeing as he was rare appearance on the panel?
Yeah, big up Chris all day long. Big up Chris. I've always respected Chris. Like he's another one that says it as it is. Miss J. Big up Miss J all day long. Much love to you. And Mrs. J, you just reminded me there. And Mrs. J as well.
Leo's in as well.
Leo, and then there was Vianetta, V for Vianetta, was there? Or something? Yeah. Audit in the Albion. Big up Audit in the Albion. I've just been fucking. Someone mentioned something about you before, bro, but I fucking said, like, I don't know if I want to bring it up now because I was ending it. Because
that's one for another night, no doubt.
Yeah, we'll bring it on for another night. But I fucking backed you anyway. Like, if it was in regards to a dog, but I backed you, my G. And we'll speak about it another night. Massive respect to every single one of you. And I'll hand you over to Mr. Meatball. He can say bye to everyone in chat.
Yeah, in a bit, you lot. There you go. That was quick.
I fucking knew it'd be short and sweet. Just look at another chat.
Well,
well, all I'm going to say, Mr. Meatball, there'll be another 7 hours to go. That's all I'm going to say.
7 hours?
Yeah, back chat in the private chat.
Yeah, I get you.
around 8 o'clock, that'll be finished, I think.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. Chris already knows what we're on about, no doubt, and they're even backstage.
Yeah, fucking right. They probably all know. But yeah, big up, guys. Massive respect to every single one of you. Mr. Meatball, you know the score. I know the score, to be honest. You're just going to sit there and not move, guys. So the only person I ever kick off my fucking panel is Mr. Meatball. So big up Mr. Meatball all day long. And I'll message you tomorrow if we can hopefully weasel that fucking guy to come on. So I'm going to try and get hold of him and say, look, it's pointless waiting for your paperwork. It's going to be the same outcome regardless. So, but yeah, big respect, brother.
Take it easy.
Yeah, man. Take care, brother. Take care, mate. See you soon. Bye-bye. So I've got used to it now with Mr. Meatball. There's no, please go. And I just got to kick him. There's no way. It's like the moist word, guys. Used to it now. So yeah, big respect, every single one of you. It's been a fucking fantastic live tonight, guys. It's been brilliant. You've been very supportive, very fucking not too bad. Do you know what I mean? It's been respectful enough. There has been a couple of not kickoffs. Do you know what I mean? But a couple of fallouts. I'll say. Is there a live? And there's no live left. Is anybody gonna go live or what? I won't mind sitting in a live while I fucking fall to sleep. I'm not saying you're boring, but I won't mind sitting in a live, just chilling in a live and going to sleep to it. Anyone fancy going live? Oh, Master Ron's live. If anyone wants to go over there. So, not letting anyone know, like. Sorry. Wake and Bake is live. Well, we're not having Wake and Bake. Is G Love still live? He said he was just testing it, but did G Love actually keep it up? Have a quick check for me, guys. Let's see if anyone's live, and then we'll have a quick raid before we go to bed. Before we all go to bed and spoon each other. Oh yes, please. No, go there live. I don't think. Oh yes, please. With fingers up. Go on, man, mate. But it's not. So no one else live then. No one else live. I won't go over to Shady's. Not that I've got anything against Shady. I've got loads against the people that are over there. Not everyone, just the wrong ones. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna end it, guys. Yeah. Peace out. Much love and respect, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the flip side. Yeah. Much respect, guys. Mr. Meatball, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Yeah, mate. Peace out, guys. Bye.